start the multi-stream while we're kind of getting this rolling. I know I'm starting the gameplay segment of tonight's stream a little bit late. And of course, I'm starting the stream a little bit late. But that's okay because Grace and I had a really nice evening. It was our first, normal evening back, so to speak. Of course, I returned to work this morning. Still working from home primarily, but kind of getting back in the swing of things. Going through emails, all that jazz. Wasn't too bad, honestly. And of course, we had that Japan trip back in July. That one was a 3-week trip. So a 10-day trip is, not nearly as adventurous and not nearly as indulgent. So 10 days to a worth of emails to get caught up on really wasn't too bad compared to the 3 weeks we had last time, which was a dealio for sure. And of course, I know Aaron. I hope he won't mind me sharing this, but in the Discord server, he posted this. And I'm like, bro, don't tempt me, man. I said, don't tempt me, dude. So he posted this. Fucking Masayoshi Takanaka and Himiko Kikuchi. These are two jazz fusion artists that are very well known in like Japanese jazz fusion bands circles. These two guys playing a big extended 2-hour show together. Oh my god, in London, and it's in August. So when Aaron sent this, I was like, no, I was going to say I'm good on like big travels for a while, but bro, don't tempt me. Don't you tempt me, man, because I would fucking do it. Man. Oh man, of course we do have a little trip planned with the homies, man, because we're talking about doing that Chicago trip with Chuck and Julie and Aaron and Helen, all of our friends. So we do have that to look forward to. That, of course, will be a more local kind of road trippy kind of trip, but still, that'll be a really fun one. All the pets on... That's a good shirt, Chuck. That's a very good shirt. I've seen it in person. I can vouch for its authenticity and its superbity. All right, guys and gals, I think we're all set. This is Roots Devour. Really cool looking horror Lovecraft, I think, card building and maybe not a card battling game, but some kind of like deck builder game that looks really fascinating. I know our friend Shake the Box, he played this a whole bunch on his stream. He seemed to really like it, and that was what kind of inspired me to give the old college try. And this is my first time playing it. Decided to try it out. Thanks to Keymailer for hooking us up with the review key. This is my first stream, or at least first single player stream back since returning from Hawaii, which was a great time and a wonderful trip. Because we did a stream yesterday and played a little bit of single player stuff yesterday, but yesterday was mostly multiplayer shenanigans. So, I believe this will kind of, this will tell us the story here, because there's the setup for this game is what really drew my attention when I first heard about it. I'm a Lovecraft enjoyer, or at least things inspired by Lovecraft as much as the next guy, much as the next gamer. And this notion of a like elder god that has I guess possessed a tree, and like you have to form a cult and sacrifice humans to like feed this tree, like feed their blood, or feed the tree with their blood to like complete some kind of ritual. It's fucked. I'm so freaking fascinated. So fascinated, rather. So here we go. Excited to see what this is going to entail. I know some reviews in the game on Steam were a little bit mixed, but I think the things people are complaining about probably won't be a deal breaker for me necessarily, but we'll see. We shall see. Going for the arcade? Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that'd be the Galloping Ghost, right, Chuck? Because I think you would love it. The 4 Resident Evil streamers. Oh, do I know 4 Resident Evil streamers, rather? Makes a 4-player Resident Evil competition. That's a good question. I mean, I know people that enjoy Resident Evil. I would say they are not exclusively Resident Evil streamers, or like that's not like their main focus, but they are people that enjoy the games. So yeah, if you would like me to get to like make some connections and reach out to some folks on your behalf, I can let them know and see if we can make something happen. None of them are local, is the only thing. They're all strewn across the internet. But yeah, as far as Resident Evil enjoyers, I definitely know some of them. Ooh, okay. Yeah. Oh, that's right. You did tell me about that, Chuck. That's right. Yeah, you did tell me about that. Yeah, the thing that Dave is making, right? Yeah, Dave made an arcade game. Right. And that's for playtesting, right? Yeah, you said so that'll be the 21st. That'd be of March, right? I should be good for that. yeah, I should be good for that because that's not this weekend. Yeah, it's next Saturday. I should be good for that. Yeah. Right. Yeah, because yeah, originally I had a hard time weighing on it because yeah, we were time travelers, but now I have returned from my time travel. Yeah. Yeah, we should be good for that, Chuck. I'm feeling pretty confident. Oh, it's a raid from Gamertech. Thank you guys. Thank you for that raid. We're playing Roots Devour. We're just now getting started. This is the intro of the game. Your timing is exquisite. And this is kind of the game telling the story. I think in a general sense, there's this like possessed tree. This tree that is possessed by an elder god, like a Lovecraftian elder entity. And we, the player, have to lead this cult in sacrificing, human sacrifices to feed this tree with their blood to complete like a ritual or some kind of seance. And this is kind of telling the story of how it's all gonna go down. All very exciting and very morbid and fucked up. Kind of fun how it tells the story. This ranger, yeah, wandering around, revealing the cards. That's a cool way of doing this little cutscene of sorts. This is my end, he says. Oh shit. Oh shit, here we go. This poor ranger stumbled into something, and he's in for it now. Get turned into a corpse. Nope, he's just dead. There we go. The roots have been planted. The seeds have been sown. A pleasing will, you fall to ground like a newborn. There we go. Desperate thirst calls to you. Blood. What an intro, man. What a powerful intro, dude. Some good stuff. No, that'll be a fun time, Chuck. I'm looking forward to that's yeah, not this Saturday, but next Saturday. Grace and I should be good for that. We'll make sure to let you guys know if that ends up changing. But Gamertech, thank you for that raid, guys. Thank you very much. I'll give you a shout out in just one moment here, once this cutscene ends. Happy Monday to you, by the way. Happy Monday to all who celebrate. To those who celebrate, they cannot fill my emptiness. All right. So I think that's the that's the intro proper. So let me do a quick shout out for our homies over at Gamertech. Really appreciate you guys rating. I actually just got back from vacation 2 nights ago. Yesterday we did some multiplayer games with the homies, but tonight is the first kind of standard stream upon getting back from my trip. It was a wonderful time, but it's nice getting back into the streams. You were playing some Yakuza, which is a series I've heard incredible things about. So yes, that sounds like a delightful time. As always, Gamertech, if you have any clips you want to share, feel free to send them my way. You know, I love getting to see what the friends are up to, and it's my favorite way to express gratitude whenever people raid. Get an opportunity to kind of see what you're up to and show it on the big screen. We can all watch together. Always some crazy shit, man. That's the thing. Yakuza is a great clip generator because the wild ass shit that happens in that game is such a nutty time. By the way, apologies if I'm like a little scatterbrained. I hope I remember how to play video games and stream video games because it's been like almost 2 weeks since I've done this. Because the vacation was great, but also it was like 10 days plus or minus a little bit. So yeah, it was a very good time. But it's funny how not weird it feels, but it takes a minute to get your sea legs again when you take some time off. It's a great time though. It's a really great time. So. From the heart, press and hold the left button to drag out the roots. Connect creatures and kill them to draw their blood. Okay. So, got the achievement for witnessing the death of the ranger. Right. So, let's grab some cultists and devour them. I'm gonna guess they are willing subjects. I'll grab this. Blood. There we go. And the cultists, they are willing sacrifices, presumably. Nothing but you. They accept it gleefully. Just what a useless piece of trash. There's no sport in it. You know, if they're a willing sacrifice, it's not as fun. We want the struggle. We want the thrill of the sacrifice, the thrill of the chase. Oh, except he says no. Feeling it deflate like a balloon. Is that how a human would describe it? Interesting. I joined the Yakuza in Japan. It's funny because now Gamertech, you could probably you could probably correct me if I'm wrong, but or maybe I should say this way. I'll say it this way. I don't know if you've heard about this, but I think in Japan, it's not called, the game series is not called Yakuza. I want to say that I'd heard somewhere that I think it's either known as Like a Dragon or something else, or maybe I'll say it this way. I don't know if it's always been the way. I think recently the series has gone to like a different naming convention. But I think even earlier than that, though, it was called something else in Japan. Because, of course, the Yakuza is a kind of an infamous thing to just talk about out in the open in Japan. I think it's not as prominent and not as powerful as it used to be. But, you know, there was a good period in time where Yakuza was like, you didn't talk about them in the open. And if somebody had a tattoo and was like showing it in public, they would be like, there's still onsens you can't go to if you have a tattoo because of the historic associations with organized crime. So yeah, I think in Japan it either wasn't or well, it's not anymore. And I think even earlier than its recent kind of renaming, it went by something else. Yeah, Like a Dragon, how they want exactly gamer tag. As that's the thing, like we'd be in Japan and Aaron and I would like something to remind him of the series, but we'd be like, oh, how do we talk this without just saying Yakuza in public and the locals being like, what the fuck? You don't just say that, bro. So, yeah. Totally legitimate. Master of human language, becoming more adept. So, as we're absorbing the cultists, we're, like, learning more and becoming more powerful. More knowledgeable and more fed. So, now what? So, the emptiness that lingers within, but a familiar flower drifts through the blood. The faint scent of a familiar flower drifts through the blood. Somewhere further. So we gotta branch out even further, man. So are we whittling these cultists? So I think the idea is we have to convert cultists to being out like on our side, or maybe not. Yeah, at first I thought they were willing sacrifices, but maybe not. Maybe they are not, because now they're trying to run away. My legs won't move. Oh shit. They knock their brother to the ground and flee for their lives. So maybe the cultists, like, didn't know what they were getting themselves into. Maybe that's what this is. Guys, run off. Yeah, it is. It's not the only thing coming, I'll tell you that much. So connected cards can serve as a starting point to extend new tendrils. So once you've latched onto a corpse and enveloped it fully, tendrils can grow out of that one too. Bestow the favor of the Great Mother upon the creatures in the forest. So yeah, so if I were to try to reach from there, there's an obstacle. Look at that, roadblock roots. Can't do it. You can't click that one either. Cannot be connected. Cannot be connect and will block spread. I did hear that some of the translations, the localizations are a little bit wobbly. So yeah, cannot be connect, of course, is, you know, not grammatically correct. But that's not like a deal breaker necessarily. You can generally figure out, like, ascertain what they're getting at. But yeah, I did hear that the some of the localizations are a little bit wobbly. Like how he just goes, ah. Blood. Current blood and blood absorption rate at the tippity top. You got it. There we go. We're at 178. Very nice. And connecting upwards to explore the surroundings. You got it. Got it. Let's go and do that now. The forest path. So it costs 6. Yeah. So like depending on how far you're reaching, it costs blood. So you gotta spend blood to make blood. You gotta spend money to make money. Right? Explore. Follow the forest path and see what awaits us, my friends. You can move the map around nice and easy. Or use right click out like I was doing earlier. Gotta find those fleeing cultists and teach them a lesson. What is the lesson? Teach them something. So the forest path has become corrupted by me, presumably. What I'm gonna do real quick is, I think I'm gonna raise the volume up a little bit. It's strangely like not very loud. And this ambiance is pretty cool. Trying to embrace that for sure. Did I ever finish The Sopranos? So we just ended the first half of the last season. The last season is kind of 2 seasons Frankensteined together into like one mega season. Most of the seasons are like 13 episodes long, but the last one's like 21 or 22 episodes long. So we just watched episode 12 of the last season, which I think is the end of the first half. So now we are going into like like we're beginning the sunsetting, so to speak, of the show. We actually fully intended to watch The Sopranos during our vacation, but we never did. We just went, like, we would be doing adventuring all throughout the day. We'd come home in the evening, go to the beach, just chill, and then like come back to the Airbnb and just pass the fuck out. So yeah, we never, like, we hardly even turned on the television. The damn dirty rat. But I'm a little bit surprised the rats have more blood in them than the cultists do. Can I reach them? Not quite. It's like you can't really do. You can't like go like. You can't go. You can't do like little angles. You can't do like little turns. It has to be as the crow flies, a straight shot to wherever you're reaching. So I can't get to that, but I can follow the footprints. More roadblocks appear. This is legitimately fascinating. I'm gonna guess that this is probably only a little bit well, I'll say it this way. I don't know how much of the game is procedurally generated. Bars blood, right. We gained blood. Oh, we draw it out over time. That makes sense. That makes sense. So sometimes you have to end up waiting a little bit. Because I can't go around that. But no, I at first I was assuming this is gonna be at least somewhat procedurally generated. M or tab. Oh, that's kind of cool. Like, look at the map as a whole to see how large this area is going to be. Apparently quite large. Look how much that scrolls. Wowee. Vicious and might trigger an event. Let's see. Let's see if it did. Didn't trigger an event necessarily, but it did reveal more. I'll go pause. Roots will absorb blood. Will absorb when the game is not paused. Right. Well, I don't know if there's any downside to absorbing blood. But I mean, yes, we can at least show that when you pause, the action is halted for sure. No, I'm pretty impressed. I was originally assuming that a lot of this was going to be procedurally generated, but it looks like it's kind of guiding us on the path. Maybe it will open up and have some procedural generation after some point, but I'm actually kind of enjoying the fact that it's a little bit bespoke. And is very much kind of leading us on a path, on a journey here. So yeah, you can't go through stuff like this. Can still reach this fella. There's one of the cultists. We found one of them. There you go. Yo, what's up, Ace? Pretty sure none of it. Yeah, I think you're probably right, Ace. Just kind of what we're seeing so far, at least. And of course, this is only the intro, but still, it's kind of nice when there's a path that is designed. Learn the paths, managing travel. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm liking it so far, but we're only like 20 minutes in. Obviously, I'm still pretty green here. It's good to see it. By the way, Ace getting back into streams after having a very enjoyable vacation. So the first one who called the other one brother, the one who screwed his homie over to escape. Brother usually means something, is a synonym for something expendable, right? We're learning about humans as we envelop more of them. My eyes. Oh my. Now, how did that happen? I wonder. The gaping hollows where this creature's eyes once were. Wonder how he got wounded. Yeah, blood 10 out of 10, which is a little bit surprising. Weird that rats have 40 blood. These cultists only have 10. Maybe they're blood. Oh, we still can't get to him yet. But I can get to you first. Sound of them rubbing against the plants drowns out the rat squeals. Shit. So he can't see us, but he can hear us. So noisy and distracting. Let's nip that in the bud, shall we? I do wonder how he lost his eyes. It said like there were like gaping puncture wounds where his eyes once were. Maybe he tripped or something. I don't know. Seems like a convenient wound to receive in a game like this, given how Lovecraft shit kind of works usually. Fierce resistance fills you with excitement beyond what this creature can endure. And he popped out a body fragment. That's exciting. Contains a small amount of blood that can be absorbed directly. Until the delicious corpses on the ground originated from the same human being. Grab that one for funsies. And let us continue to the watchtower. So surely trigger some new stuff for sure. Yeah, by that I mean he was clearly wounded for sure. Cards in the forest to help your roots explore. Hover over card to, and double click to collect it. Okay. There's also collectible cards. Acidic soil. Have that in our deck now. Left mouse button on the card. Drag in the field to use it. Artifacts will be displayed. Cool. They kind of want us to put it here. I'm guessing the idea is that it will melt away the roadblocks. For the roots, yeah, that's exactly it. Anything else I can collect here? Not look like it. Of course, I could go around here and start like grabbing these fills. I guess we'll need to eventually anyway. So I'm gonna play this now. I get all three? I could get all three. Is there any reason why I wouldn't want all three? Let's do all three. Presumably drains. Yeah, can affect and drain plants. It still shows them here, but maybe the idea is we can now pass through them. I don't see any visual difference. Oh, yes, I do. They don't have the little like can't go. It doesn't say block anymore. So it's still there. It's just not a blocking kind of deal anymore. Let's get the rats. All the rat footprints. I mean, I can maybe skip the rat footprints. But I think it's probably a good idea to go for that because I can still reveal new things. Or dang dirty rats over that way. And oddly enough, going straight... Yeah, because that one cost... Hold on, is it cost 16? Surprised that one only cost 6 because it looks like it's reaching further. That one costs 6. But yeah, by skipping that one, I'm surprised that one seemed to cost less. That's a little surprising. Definitely get these guys. Get those guys to add some blood to our blood factories there. Yeah, exactly. It's like, I want to melt all three. Not that it counts, obviously. Oh, there's other resources. It sounds like you've played this before, Ace. Yeah, yeah. You probably know a little something, something. Ace's got that experience. That's his sunglasses. Ace in the hole. Yeah! Further, the card is connected. Right. Makes sense. Which we've observed before. Still more cultists to find. We got some rocks here, of course. You would need, like, dynamite to blow it up or something like that. Some other thing. I don't need this rat, but I kind of want it, because that means more blood consumption. I'm gonna guess there's probably, like... You know, they were talking about how you might want to pause the game, because blood is not gained when you've paused. I wonder if there's, like, instances where you don't want to gain blood, or gaining blood is bad, or if, like, your stores start to run out, because... You know, we've drained a lot of these corpses pretty fully here. If once you start to run out of stores, if like some bad thing starts happening, maybe you drain things over time. That one's a little bit cheaper. Only a little bit. I'll grab that one. Opens up more. A whole lot more. Blood drained creatures become bloodless, sucked out corpses like raisins. Like that one. That rat. I still just love that a fully, presumably grown human that is a cultist has 10 blood, but a rat has 40 blood. How big are these rats, bro? What the hell? I can't grab that. I can't, like, add that to my inventory, but I can just slurp it up. Now, the corpse we probably can't do much with, because it's presumed bloodless, right? Yeah. Devoid of further value, but I could still connect to it if I needed to. So that would be 11. Or, yeah, 2 of something. It's a resource we don't yet know about. Well, I'll go ahead and connect to it. Spend the resource that I do know about before I make decisions that I will regret. There we go. Yeah, I'm just wondering if there's like a downside to doing these reaches that may or may not be worthwhile. I will go ahead and get that fella. The watchtower to be gained. Not sure if that corpse is necessary, because I think this what I'm assuming is a wall probably means there's not much more to be gained. But I am curious about this guy, so I think what I'll do is I'll... I think I'm gonna ignore that fella, because it's probably not necessary at this point. Yeah, turn that into a corpse. And just go directly. You could, but you'd, you know, lose some stuff. Can't reach it from there. Could potentially get it from that angle. Alright. That guy still have a nice amount of blood. There's a deer over there, which is curious. Can't reach that one just yet, obviously. Plus the blood isn't good while the rat is alive. Right, yeah. Like, it's a slow drip. Yeah. The fact that we, like, accrue it slowly over time does make sense. Oh, I see. Like, when you kill a cultist, it becomes a corpse. Well, I think when you envelop a cultist and envelop a rat, it's the same thing where, like, it slowly ticks down. I guess I don't have any examples of this right now, but it, like, slowly ticks down. And then once it's done, then it becomes a corpse. Like this guy right here. Like, I think the cultists work the same way, I think. Too long, it'll consume a large amount of water. There's the other one, Ace, just like you were saying. The water, here we go. There's the other one. Water's depleted, so it begs the question, how do we gain more water? 5 blood equals 5 water plus no, hold on. 5. That's blood. Equal to 5 water plus 25 water. Or 25 blood. No. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. That's the icon for the water. My brain's having a hard time understanding what this is getting at. When you expand 25 blood, oh, okay, thank you, Ace. Yeah, you probably saw where I'm like, excuse me, what the fuck? Okay, yeah. So 25 and up, it becomes water instead of blood. Okay, cool. Thank you, Ace. Thank you. Yeah. I've that's the one downside I've heard about this game. I've heard the conveyance and like how it describes certain things is not the best, and that some of it is stuff lost kind of in translation and in localization. I've heard that, it's a little bit imprecise, and you have to kind of read between the lines in a couple cases, because the game doesn't always tell you exactly how things go. So yeah, not the best localization in the whole wide world, but, you know. So I could spend water to get that guy. Not sure if it's worth it. We'll see if we can go around. Although there might not be any opportunity. Well, maybe there'll be an opportunity. We'll see. I'm assuming you can, like, stretch out from anywhere. Yeah, it's like, so I could, if I wanted to, if something were to open up back here, I could reach from back there as well. Let's keep at it then. This one's, that's a real far reach. I can't go to that one, obviously. So you know what? Maybe this is the better choice. Maybe this is the better choice. That's a pretty... I mean, we could go that way, but I'm going to guess that water is probably a more rare resource. Go this way. Now, I can't get the deer. Medium-sized creature. Needs to be digested first. Okay, alright, so it's... Dare I say, it's a Metroidvania now. I know, I'm just fucking around, but like, the idea of being like, I need an ability to go that path. It's like the Morph Ball in Metroid. Got a charred corpse. Drain of blood. And burnt to heck. And a fresh chunk. Delicious. Nice and scrum-diddly-umptious, just like Meemaw used to make. Silent Lotus. Oh boy. A tendril buried deep underground wraps around you. Give me huggies, right? Yeah, the tutorials and the conveyance, not the bestest. Trial and error, yeah. Now, I appreciate you trying to fill in some of the blanks that were probably stumbling blocks when you played Ace, and you were like, fuck, I wish somebody was there to fill me on some of these details. I appreciate you filling me, my sorry ass in some of the details. Emptiness has faded, replaced by a different kind of pain. A thirst for water, because I'm a thirsty boy. But first... Never seen this plant before. It's strangely familiar. Like family in human language. The source of the familiarity A human language or something else? Said, not often do you meet someone who can communicate like I do, right? Little handshake, as humans do. Extend the tendrils. Go extend the tendrils. Say hello to the flora before you. The flora beflora you. Hold on, let me get some more blood. And some more blood. Bit of a bloodaholic. I'm trying to quit, but you know how it is. It's so hard. Trying to cut it down to a pack a day, to an IV a day. An infusion a day. So this is now... So it's a different kind of pain that is going intense. Now our tendrils are fully ensnared. We're copulating. We're coupling right now. Silent Lotus. Is it a friend or is this a mistake? He took blood. And the blood went down. Clutches tightly. Drawing water. Oh, it drew a lot of water. Ooh. But now we gained a fuck ton of blood. Insufficient water reserves, though. Oh, shit. Turn to altar. So I wonder if that means that, like, that the run is ended. And we have to begin anew. Got a lot of blood. Some blood remained, of course. Packages, no events. Interesting. This is plant sex. The altar. The flora has joined us, as does nature down here. Does that shape remind you of anything? What does that shape remind me of? Papaya. Reminds me of papaya, obviously. Obviously, the vertical kind of opening, yeah, it's like a papaya, yeah. It's just a small joke, he says. Without water, we can't move on the surface. Maybe now we got water. If your water depletes again, I will take you back. Harvested blood may allow you to tap into Mother's power. Mother. I crave the blood, Mother. Your tendrils to Mother's roots. Every devoted offering, your power will grow stronger. Sense your presence and will possibly offer help to your sacrifices. Okay. It's a secret vendor. So if I blood to him... Does that do anything? You want another handshake? The blood that I've gathered as an apology. Oh, that's actually nice. These are other things we eventually have to unlock then. Secret paths. Interesting. Talents must be received. Back to nature we progress, my friends. We got a water boost now. Initial amount of water carried in the forest by 10 points. I'll be taking that. And it costs blood. So here's the meta progression then. Presumably is what's going on here. Be more paths where that came from. That's right, meta progression. That's exactly it. Obtaining grace. That's the name of my wife. Omen. Flowing into Mother's withered roots, the void from your blood loss summons an invisible power from deep within. Mutation ability to obtain card packs by sacrificing blood. Cool. The card packs like the acid thing we found earlier. Acid, the acidic soil. There's omens in the collection menu. Okay. Act 1, newborn. All right. Can continue a little bit further with the stuff we've got. The blood boost. The blood of rat +1. I'm gonna guess that means instead of 40, they now hold 41 blood, which is nice. Benediction. Remove one blocking root from the initial card pack. Oh, there's card packs now. Cool. Now, I can't reach that one, though. As far as we go. So, is there a way to say, let us return? Collection real quick. We can claim rewards then. Blessing pack. Okay. Look at the packs. We sure can. Got the roots. There's rat with their... Captured directly. Oh, can be now captured. Okay. Provides 1 blood per second. Okay. We got froggies. Connected, generate 1 to 3 tadpoles. Okay, snails. Spreading consumes 10 more blood. Spreading. Unconnected cards. Interesting, okay. We got deers, medium-sized. Yeah, we even saw the digestion ability, but I didn't pick it up earlier. Yeah, it kind of does. It kind of does, Ace. It has... It's like a more eloquent and like flowery version of saying, I fucked your mom. Yeah, my dick's huge, bro. Yeah, like fucking, you know, 12-year-olds and on Call of Duty in the Xbox Live days. The blood consumption by 10 points upon spread. Super Oxen for 3. Okay. So these are different like card packs then, yeah. Okay. And the omens, this one's already been claimed. Connect 1 location in total is the next one. Starting stage. Got companions, including Flora. It's a lady. Oh, of course, given that icon, given the, you know, how it looked on the deck, of course they would make her a voluptuous lady. Extend your vines to perform a handshake, and we inserted ourselves into her, and she was, an event happened. It was great. So, warning of the departed. Admonition. See what you lack. Well, all very ominous and mysterious. New feature unlocked in the forest. You can now spend blood to discover new cards. Okay. In card packs, hold left mouse button, drag the card pack to empty space. Like it shows in the video, where like you drag it from the bottom left. Base to open it, and that'll scatter them about. I'm not sure if you can move them about on your own. We need more blood, though. Time to return to the forest. Careful about the kind creatures this time. Alright, my friends. Anything else before we boogie oogie? Look at the map. Of course, it is still pretty big. Still pretty gosh darn big. You can see the borders of the map. Impressive. Let's see. Alright, back to the starting stage. Cost 0 to 7, not sure what that means. Blood vein stone you want to carry. Oh, I don't know what that means. I'm scared. We'll just jump in. Last. The style in this game is off the charts. It's like Ace said, the game is very good, but it is a bummer that the game's been out for like a few months now. It's not like a new game anymore. I think it came out... Actually, hold on. When did this game come out? Let me double check. Let me do a quick double check. This game came out in the end of January, so it's been about a month and a half. Not quite 2 months. It's been about a month and a half, and it's still, at least on the English side of things, a little rough. A little rough around the edges with the translation and like certain things being conveyed to you. Which is unfortunate. It's not a deal breaker, but it is a kind of a bit of a glaring downside. I don't know if this has been... Well, actually, no, I do know it has been patched, because I saw in the splash screen when you first started, it said like version 1.040 or something, so it's gotten some post-release support. I'm not sure if the devs are working right now on localization updates, or if they're able to. That might be a thing they have to contract out elsewhere. You know, it's an indie game, it's a small studio, you know how that goes, but that's really the only downside I've seen so far. To re-invade the forest. When the roots touch the ground, the deep tremor in the soil makes them instinctively retract. So now it's like our presence is known now. We don't have the element of surprise anymore. I wonder if I would have kept going through the digestion path if I would have still hit some kind of wall that required us to go the Lotus route. So now we're entering the forest proper. Powers can destroy these. Feel suspicious might trigger an event if you reach them. And they are thirsty. They draw moisture. So be careful about those things. Gonna do some suckage on the rats. Sure enough, they have 41 instead of 40. And in this case, it's like sometimes it does pay to be a little bit more choosy, because going from the rat, even though it's a shorter distance, I think like it's more efficient to go from the host. The standard host, I suppose. You can spend blood to discover new cards by opening card packs, right, which we did see earlier. Didn't pop up once before. There's Flora. Release Mother's Gift. Give me a nice little card pack. Try opening it and take a look. And open it right there. Ooh. Cool. Let's do it now. Now, you can't see what the pack is until you open it. Is that correct? It seems like that's what's going on here. These are your remaining cards. Okay, so this is like... Yeah, we're opening, I guess, a bundle of cards. It said 3 in the little preview thing, so it's gonna... I guess it's gonna always be 3 cards. Oh, and that's draining. Okay, that little bar. The blood consumption by 10 points upon spread. And spread means... Just grab it. Connect to unconnected cards. I can spend water to get to those guys. Probably gonna have to. 'Cause I have no other way of reaching those guys. Things won't drain while this is happening, but I definitely want to get that while the getting's good. Oh. Oh, you add... Never mind, that's a card you have to grab. Okay. Blood consumption by 10 points upon spread. So I grab that in my hand now. Grab that guy. Yeah, turns into a corpse now, right. And yeah, same thing here. So it costs 6 to go to there, or 20 to go from that rat. Can't get the deer yet. I can reach this corpse. Costs only 13, that's not too bad. I was thinking maybe there'd be something down there. Looks like that is the end of the line, so that was unnecessary. That fella. So it begs the question. Blood consumption by 10 points upon spread. I'm gonna guess, like, I would use that... I would use that on something that is, like, very expensive. That would be expensive to acquire. That's my understanding of what this one means. And upon spreads, connect to unconnected cards. I take that to mean just if you're trying to connect to something, this will make it cheaper. And that when you, or even like you can, yeah, so you can say like which cards you want to, that there for now, but which ones you want to have that effect applied to. So they're both 25. I'll go and grab that one. Here to there is 25. From here to there is 24. Something else added to my deck. Very good. Deck updated. Do I know what the card was? No, I do not. So it's a mystery. 3 for that one, and 22 for that one. There we go. Another Watchtower. Another deck update. Right. So yeah, I'm assuming it'll be fairly obvious when it's time to use these. Because digestion we would need for the deer, for instance. We saw down there. Ammunition range increases. I don't know what those do. These cause challenges, right? More morsels to acquire. Need to watch for opportunities when it might be good to play a card, especially if there's room to do so. For instance, there's lots of room over here. I think we're doing okay for the time being, but we might need to start playing them pretty soon here. What's this one? That is a toxic spine rat. So, generates erosion. Do tell. What is erosion? Acidic soil on digestion. Interesting. So that would be a good thing. At first I was thinking, oh, I don't want that, but actually that sounds like it would be helpful for us. We can't really reach it from there. Yeah, really, there's just the obstacles are just kind of in the way there. Need to come around to the other side or play some kind of some other card to break those roadblocks or at least open them up for us. There's the deer there. Forest path. Yeah, so this is where we need that digestion stuff. So I might go ahead and play a deck here and see what that gives us. Or follow this as far as we can go. Oh, or we'll find a digestion right there. Perfect. Medium-sized creature affected by this card can be absorbed directly. So if I get that deer there, I mean, I could go for this one, but this one doesn't really give us anything right from the get-go, at least. This over here, unless there are any other rats that caught my eye, or medium-sized creatures, I'm gonna go and play it. Digested, and now benign water to get. Is it worth it? I think so. A lot of blood. I guess I could have gone from this direction too, for that matter, because that would have, well, yeah, it would have been a little bit cheaper to have gone that way. That's fine though. And there we go. That back out's going to get this fella as well. What's up, Smokey? Good to see you, bud. This is basically carrion, but you're a plant, and it's like a card kind of game. It's pretty interesting. I'm liking it so far. It's very fucked up and morbid, and I'm very much enjoying it. Deep in forest. Grants the ability, so I'm gonna guess that that is where the run will likely end. Is there anything else I want to go for up here? So you can't go to that guy, obviously. I could try playing a pack of cards, and seeing what happens. You know what? Let's try it. Let's try it. So if I just throw... I'm sure why it says negative 68. Oh, I guess because it costs blood. So from there, I can say, give me the rat. I would need to use that, or find a digestion card to use that deer. At least get to that fella. I maybe should have put that a little bit further out. I'm a little bit surprised, but there is something down there. Am I going to spend the water on this? Sure. Was that a mistake? Perhaps not. Discovered something. We found some forbidden fruit. That's exciting. Do tell. Acidic soil and digestion added into our... shuffled into our deck. Shuffled into our dick. Myself when I get a good dick shuffling. Losing a little bit more water, but I'm feeling bold, baby. I'm feeling bold and exploring. And my man Woo with that raid. What a cool dude, man. What a cool dude that Woo fella. Thank you, man. Thank you very much, my man. We're playing a very cool and fucked up little game for fucked up weirdos such as myself. This is Roots Devour. It's kind of like, you know the game Carrion, where you are like a fucking science project gone awry and you're killing everything? This is kind of like Carrion, but you're a tree, and it's like a more of Lovecraftian cosmic horror than it is sci-fi, and it is very interesting. I'm enjoying it a lot so far. It's nice and fucked up and weird, and I'm having a good old time. I think I don't want to go for the Thirsty Thorns because they will slurp the water. I don't know how much water they take, but more than I would like. More than I would otherwise prefer. So I think I will not go for that fella. As always, Woo, if you have any clips you want to share, you know I'd love to see them. You know, I'm always down for the Woo clippies. But yeah, I mean, this game is like quite different from Carrion, of course. But just the concept of you are the bad guy, you are this multi-tendrilled entity that is on a fucking rampage. In this case, we are... At first, I thought we were being like summoned for a ritual by cultists. I think cultists unknowingly or accidentally brought our entity into existence, and they were afraid of us. They were not willing sacrifices. They were very unwilling sacrifices. Once they brought us into the world. I think the idea is we have our completely own agenda, and we're trying to act as a steward for some other ancient deity that we're trying to like bring into this realm. Some cosmic, some elder god that we're trying to summon by gaining all this blood, gaining all this moisture, and using it to unlock fucked up and weird powers. It's pretty cool. It's really, really cool so far. I'm really enjoying it, man. But anyway, hope everyone's doing well. Thank you again for that raid. That's very sweet of you, bud. A fellow variety man through and through. Absolutely. And Wood, this is my first time streaming since I got back from Hawaii. Grace and I had a wonderful time. We were there for 10 days. It was our 3-year anniversary trip, and we loved it there. It was a great time. You're playing Boxes, Lost Fragments. I don't think I know which one that is, actually. I don't think I recognize that one. But like I said, if you have any clippies, I'm down to see it. Have I heard of Iratus? Let me do a quick looky-loo. Lord of the Dead. I don't recognize it. I do not recognize it. I'll show you. Show you what I'm seeing. Turn-based tactical roguelike. I like those words in that order. This game's been out for a couple years, and I had never heard of it, honestly. The publisher I recognize, Daedalic. So yeah, I don't think I recognize this one. Came out, yeah, a little bit ago. It's on pretty good sale, 90% off. 90% off. It's a pretty damn good sale. It is similar to Slay the Spire and a couple other thingies that I've played. We actually played Slay the Spire 2 for the first time last night. Did the multiplayer with some friends and had a very nice time with it. But I'm in a fucked up situation. I actually never played the first one. I played the second one co-op before I even played the first Slay the Spire. I'm doing things in a very strange reverse order. Got a big old cruise coming in hot. Ooh, that's exciting, man. That's awesome. That'll be so nice. 25 years, dude. 25 years, woo. That's amazing. That's amazing, Woo, and I'm excited for you guys. That sounds like a great trip. What's up, Grim? That's right. Yeah. We're in the same boat. Yeah. No, you said you'd be. I remember you said yesterday you were down for some additional games, unless you were referring to Space Marine, which I'm also always down for. I'm also always down for some Space Marine. Yeah, Slay the Spire 2 was fun. Is this game like Slay the Spire? This one is nothing like Slay the Spire, although there are cards. There are cards, so there is that. This one is more of a... It's a cross between Cultist Simulator and Carrion. I think those are the two I would smush together. I would smush those two together. With Murphy's Law, the concept, or if there was like... I'm gonna guess there's not a game with that name. But yeah, the concept of Murphy's Law, I'm familiar. Speaking of which, I watched Interstellar on the way to Hawaii on the plane ride there. So it's a nice little reminder of what that one's all about. Yeah, and some Space Marine, man. That's right, man. Grim says, "Hey man, you guys got space for one more? Room for one more, baby?" Now, Space Marine was fun. We played that with Alias and Shake Lust, and I would definitely love more of that because that's a fun game. Yeah, just the general concept. What is my interpretation of the concept of Murphy's Law? Well, I know the general notion is what can go wrong will go wrong. I think it's more like what can happen will happen. Not so much go wrong, but like, you know, given enough time, given enough, you know, entropy in the universe, you know, if it is possible, it can be possible, or if it's possible, it will eventually happen, given enough whatever resources there are, given time, given energy, given blah blah blah. That's my understanding of it. Yeah, I'll run it past the wife. Yeah. It's like, listen. Grim's a homie. I've played Helldivers 2 with Grim. All right, I can vouch for him. I can vouch. So Slay the Spire. Yeah, that was the one we played. That was the game that was similar to Slay the Spire. I think I still have it up. It is this one. I've actually not played it. I've not played it myself, so I can't personally vouch for this, but I saw down here it said similar to Slay the Spire 2. I think it might be because it is turn-based and has roguelike in the titles, so it doesn't really look very Slay the Spire-esque. Just, you know, up on first glance at least. It's called Iratus, Lord of the Dead. No, it came with a Woo recommendation because Woo just rated us. Well, yeah, they said it's kind of like that one, but only the second one. The first one is not showing up in this list, oddly enough. But yeah, that was the one. Looking up other ones. Have I heard of Coleslaw? I have not. Wait a second. Now, wait a goddamn second. Is this a... hold on. Not Hidden Valley. Does Dole sell a good coleslaw? I can't remember. I'm trying to remember, like, who does a good coleslaw or who sells store-bought coleslaw. Yeah, thinly cut cabbage. That's good. That's fun. Yeah, it's like Darkest Dungeon at first glance. Yeah, that would be the thing I would jump to when I first see it. But this game, yeah, I would say this game is like Cultist Simulator and Carrion. The card aspect, not so much card battling, but card collecting and deck building aspect is at least somewhat familiar to those kinds of games. And this overworld that we're exploring and trying to like choose interesting paths accordingly, and like eventually I want to go for that thing, this cool little thingamajiggy over in the corner that entices me greatly. But I will kind of want to explore a little bit more up this way before we commit to that, because whenever we grab this, it might cause some shenanigans. Like earlier we grabbed the Lotus and that caused some shenanigans and I missed out on other things, so I kind of want to explore a little bit. Although that being said, I might be meeting my limit, but we'll see. Yeah, so in this game, you are the bad guy, just like in Carrion. And also, was that a Shake the Vogs raid? My man, you just raided me last night, and he raids again. But you are the inspiration, Shake. Not to put any pressure on you, but you were the inspiration behind me wanting to play this game. So that is, how fortuitous you would raid. That's very sweet of you, my man. Very sweet of you. And as always, if you have any clips to share, you've heard my spiel so many times. Woo, that goes for you as well. Woo just rated me as well. So a whole bunch of raids in quick succession. Playing some more Slay the Spire 2. I think I saw Alias launch it earlier, so if you were playing it together, if they were co-op clippies, I'm down to see it. If you get a little buddy, don't put them on the map to eat them. Well, I drew a card deck, and I got a little rat fella, and then I ate him. So I did get that little friend. But what I might do is maybe throw some cards down, see if I can reach these fellas, because I can't reach them from here. And there's these scrumptious blood fragments that are just looking delicious and prime for some juice. For getting the juice. So yeah, this is our first run now where we have a bit more freedom and a bit more flexibility in how we want to attack certain problems. We didn't have the card deck in the tutorial area. Oh, it looks like there's no room. Oh no, I'm sad about it. Okay, so never mind. My brilliant idea has been thwarted. I was thinking I might throw some cards down, but can't. I can do it. What I could maybe do... I'm looking for things that look enticing to me. We could digest that deer if we had the digestion ability, which I don't have. We still have this guy, of course. I guess if I put that down, would that help? If I put that down, would that give me a thing to root towards? I don't think that's how that works. I think it just reduces the cost that it takes to reach the thing, but I think that's it. It'll be a special buddy. A special buddy. Good to know. Now, Chris, are you speaking from experience? Did you do a thing that you quickly regretted in a video game? Because I could see that happening to me as well. The other thing that comes to mind is I do see some stuff up here. So what if I put a little something right here? I can afford it. Can afford it. So I'll grab that and that. And that. Okay, well that's all great. Now I can digest the deer that we've seen. There was one here. I could use acidic soul to break some of this stuff. So that actually does open up quite a few things. Let's get the deer fella, the deer friend. There's a band I really like called the Deer Hunter. So I'm gonna hunt that asshole, hunt that deer guy, and then give me the juice. Got the juice. I got Odin. What's up, Odin? Thanks for bopping in, man. It was the homies, man. So yeah, it still had a good 4-stack. Very nice, very nice. I have so many enticing things, Alex. Just you wait. Just you wait. Let's see what Mr. Shake has for us, my man. Thank you for that raid, dude. It was a really fun time getting to play Slay the Spire with the homies last night. It was a double fun time for me, very selfishly, getting to play Space Marine 2. Because Shake knows what happens. If we don't get to play Alex's game selection, I will, I get so fussy. I'm like a toddler, man. I start throwing tantrums. I might pee my pants a little bit. I get really unruly. So no, all jokes aside, no, it was fun getting to play some games with you guys, as always. And Space Marine was a special treat for me, selfishly, because I love that game, and getting to be a guide, getting to be a Sherpa to others as they learn the ways of smiting the forces of chaos and purging the heretics and bringing glory to the Imperium is a worthy and noble goal indeed. So I would definitely be down to play more of that in the future. But of course, we got the Sunday game sessions are always fun. I know there's been a bunch of other stuff we've all been talking about playing. There's I know Teardown got a multiplayer update, which looks great. There was a bunch of other goofy games that people were showing. There's that Super Battle Golf game that looks incredible. So yeah, so many cool games to play in so little time. Good problem to have, as always. Look at that chainsaw. Oh my god.
No. How are you so good at picking up the chainsaw? Put it down!
That was pretty impressive. Oh god!
Damn it! What? Is this that
Oh man, it's a
safety
renegade.
video?
Okay,
Fucking
now
Lord.
it's calmed down. I'm scared to pick it up. Okay, you got it. Jesus. Nice cut. That's incredible. God damn it, that was fucking wild. I gotta see it one more time.
No. How are you so good at picking up the chainsaw?
That
Put it
was.
down!
I mean, it's true. How the guy just grabbed it while it was
Picking up the
mid spin.
chainsaw. No. How
Just
are you so good at
magnetizes
picking
to
up
it.
the chainsaw? Put it down! God damn it! What? Is this that workplace safety video? Fucking Lord!
This is not OSHA compliant. So you might have heard me the other day, or by the other day, I mean yesterday, when I said yesterday, Shake, that that in on a lot of the islands in Hawaii, but especially Kauai, there's a bunch of wild chickens and roosters all over the place, and you hear them all over the place, just throughout the day. They're very loud and obnoxious, but I kind of love them. And you can best believe that a lot of the touristy shop places lean into the chickens as being kind of an unofficial mascot to the island and unofficial state bird, that kind of thing. And of course, there's like the haha pee pee poo poo, you know, the ladies love my cock, and it's a picture of like a bunch of chickens, that kind of thing. And I avoided the temptations for most of those, but you know, I had to get the super cock soap. How could I avoid the temptation? What's it say? It says, filthy farm girl is the farm girl. That's a little bit. Every time I'm about to, like when the guy said nice, all I could think was nice cock. But then I was like, oh, I gotta show my super cock. I gotta whip out the super cock and show it to the homies. Some of you might know that I'll make references to other streamers that I watch, and Grace and I both like to watch a streamer named Jabroni Mike. He's a very funny lad, and one of his recurring bits is that he's been streaming for years now, and he says, you know, the longer these streams go on, the longer I stream, the more I'm on the internet, the chance of my penis accidentally appearing on stream only goes up. Like, it will always be a very small chance, but it will never be zero, and really, the more you are on the internet, the chance of your genitals just falling out of your pants somehow and appearing on screen, the chance only goes up as time goes on. It's just how it goes. So there it is. I just showed my super cock on stream for all to see. If you missed it, you missed it. Clip it if you missed it. Yeah, otherwise it was a one and done. It was a one and done kind of experience. So yeah, there were other zombies. They were playing hot potato with it. Right. Odin says, eat the bird. Do it, Alex. Fucking do it, bro. The Emperor's Light. That's right. That's right, man. Yeah, dude, it looks very good. Requiem looks very, very good. And I'm such a scrub. I've only played Resident Evil 4. Can you believe that shit? I call myself a gamer, and I've only ever played Resident Evil 4. I haven't played the other ones. I'm such a fake gamer. It's a series I really want to play, and I think I would enjoy it. And the new one looks fucking incredible, honestly. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Beat this real quick. Boop. Workplace safety video. It's a little long, so we're not gonna timestamp. I should go for if there's like a particular funny moment. Let's see if there's like a timestamp everyone loves, because I want to see chainsaw moment. If there's like funny chainsaw, yeah, no timestamps. Here, I'll see if I can like find funny chainsaw. See forklift. Beautiful, beautiful. No fucking notes. Incredible. Gonna drive them to the hospital. Well, they get them all stitched up. Then there you go. No harm, no foul. Well, maybe a little bit of harm. Maybe a small amount of harming. Chainsaw went on a journey, riding off into the sunset. I love it, man. Amazing. It just keeps going, man. What's up, Dolph? Yeah, Sharknado, and now this, or I guess this before Sharknado. Amazing. Well, thank you, Mr. Shake, for that raid, and for sharing not only your own clip, but also the source of the bit, the source of the goof. Thank you again for the games. Getting to play with Alias and Shake yesterday was a fun time. The only thing missing from the stream yesterday was our homie Krath. So hopefully once he returns from pillaging and raiding villages, that he'll be able to join us this coming Sunday. I should be good for this Sunday, barring any unforeseen circumstances. Thank you for being here, guys. Let's continue Roots Devour. This, again, was a Shake-inspired, Shake-recommended game, as I was kind of on the fence. The reviews for the game were a little bit meh, but it still looked really sick, and Shake said, trust, it's still good, and I hit it with the Shake recommendation, and I've yet to look back. And for those who've not seen this game, if you've watched Shake play this, you probably already know it, but if you've not seen this game, I would best describe it as Cultist Simulator meets Carrion. You are a demonic tree root being that is trying to slurp blood and water from creatures and denizens and humans of the forest in order to complete some fucked up rituals to bring Mother's power, quote unquote, into this realm, which we can only presume is some kind of elder god, some kind of Lovecraft-inspired elder deity. And I'm looking at my options here. We have a couple of options. I just got to slurp up a fresh new deer, which is exciting. We got some acidic soil. The thing is... Oh, whoops, not that one. It would take a lot of water to reach that guy. I'm not sure it would be worth it necessarily. The acidic soil would help being able to reach. I think what I might also be more inclined to do is maybe melt this stuff with the acidic soil so I can get to... Can I get all of them? I can get those. So I can get to this rat and see if there's maybe some more stuff behind there. So, I can reach from there. Costs a little bit of water, but I think it's worth it. There. Okay, never mind. I thought there was going to be more where that came from. I thought there was like more that this was connected to, but that is still nice. Still a nice to have. We can also do a card pack there. I don't have... I'm looking to see if there's any other fun thingies. We could still draw more cards. Oh no, I can't. We cannot draw more cards there. So even though I could potentially block, like remove some of these roadblocks, it still wouldn't really make our job any easier to be able to reach the stuff up top. You can use digestion on really just the one deer that's back here. I mean, we could maybe hold on to it. And maybe I will for just a bit longer. Let's throw another card pack out here. I'll take that. And that one is a new card. It is another digestion. So we got lots of digestion coming in hot. Well, I might as well use one of these then. On the deer. And just give him the old slurp slurp. Now, the thirsty thorns are not blocking, but they are extra thirsty. So it doesn't say how much... I'm assuming when they say thirsty, it requires moisture. I'm guessing that means it will draw water. It just doesn't tell me how much water this would draw. Oh, there we go. Well, no, it says 2. That's because of the distance, though, I think. Beyond 20. So there it just says 18 blood. It doesn't say what the water is. Water requirement is. So those I'm less inclined to try. Let's go ahead and just get this guy. Just see what happens. So I was thinking it was going to kick us back to the main menu. But maybe I'm wrong. This is deep in the forest. Abilities of the Great Mother. So this is an event, I suppose, then. Okay, so this is not like the Lotus that we acquired earlier that kind of kicked us back to the hub area. So what do we got here? I can read it all out loud, but I'll read some little tidbits that catch my eye. The sharp crack of tendrils brushing against the dead branches startles the gathering boids. We heard about the boids. The blood is calling to you. I like the... If there's a space at all, it's very minimal. That one right there. The flock of birds dispenses a broken corpse is revealed. So, do I retrieve the blood? Or do I... It says shuffle body fragments. I'm gonna guess that means... Shuffle body fragments. I'm gonna guess that it, like, adds it to your deck, maybe? So do I want to get some body fragments added to my deck? Sure. Okay. So it was just an event. That's what it was then. Okay. There's Flora. So it was a village. Lead to an altar. Born from here next time. Okay, that's nice to know. So if we were to need to go back to the hub area, we'd be able to pick up back here where we left off, basically. Take my nectar. If your blood is insufficient, you can also take the initiative to return. Careful those intelligent creatures, she says. Are weak, she says. I'll take the nectar. And actively return to the altar. Okay, so that's like the homeward bone, basically. Go back to the hub area. Let's keep going for a bit. I'm feeling pretty okay about our overall levels. I'm guessing water is a thing that can only be restored by going back to the hub area. It seems like there's no way to restore water except through going back to the hub. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we'll find ways to restore it, but we've yet to stumble upon any so far, at least. So, more digestion. Lots of these guys, and I guess I might as well start using these soon. Makes things cheaper to acquire. Next time we're like looking at something that looks like it might be kind of expensive to grab. Take that as a potential. Can't do anything with that guy. Let's try throwing down another card pack or two, but we could use the nectar if need be. Return to the altar, so I don't want to wait till we're too far behind the 8 ball. Feeling like something up there for sure. Can I throw a card pack there? Not really. I could throw one here. Sure, let's do it. Got some corpse piles here. So I'll do... Actually, hold on. Can I just go right past it? Then it costs water. I'd rather not cost the water. Yep. Those guys. There's an altar, just like they said. Found the lost gift. In a card pack when connected, accept this rare gift. I accept it. We accept it. We accept it. One of us. One of us. Now, if I try one more card pack, it's going to put us behind the 8 ball, so maybe I should take this as the opportunity to head back fairly soon, although it's looking like it... Is this going to be free? Oh, this one might be free then. It says 0. Oh, baby. Alright, well... The only place that really makes sense... Oh, there's lots of stuff over here, actually. Alright, you know what? Yeah, I will explore this way. Hand is full. Choose a heart to convert to inspiration points. I don't need all these guys. Run that one. And I think we'll do probably another one of those guys. Although Firefly sounds interesting. Actually, nah. I need all the digestion. I'll hang on to the digestion. Inspiration points is... I'm guessing blood or water. I guess I don't know. I can put a body fragment down. And slurp to it. That reveals these guys. A strange man and another altar. And then the rats squeak away. He goes, "Rat!" Oh, the strange man killed the rat. Or picked up the rat? A little odd. I could also put a body fragment here to open this up significantly. Yes, yeah, so now a lot more add that to our inventory. Very nice. This opens up quite a bit. Whole lot of body fragments all around here, and on the map this looks very ominous from afar. There's like some fuckery going on up here. I'm trying to be conscious of not stretching myself too thin here. There's also that up top. Like, there's a couple areas to explore. Am curious. I very much am curious. Body fragments galore. This is going to drain us quite a bit, but of course we'll gain more than we... Well, actually, no, we are not gaining more than we're losing. This only gives us 8. So we're exploring a lot, but it does have its limitations. Hold on, we'll grab that, yes. I'm going to go and put one of these things down now. Blood to it. That's a corpse pile. Bloom fragments will be shuffled if you connect to it. I'll explore a little bit more, but yeah, we might need to head back to the altar pretty soon here. Actually, before I get too willy-nilly there, let's go ahead and grab this now. Water. And blood reserves. Getting kind of low here. The good news is there's the digestion opportunity right here. More blood. That'll give us way more than we're spending, which is nice. Forest paths open up. And that's another freebie, isn't it? Another free card deck, which is nice. Nice to see. Yeah, the strange man went up this way, as I recall. There's a rat right there. I could spend 23 to get him, but actually, yeah, that's still a net gain. Still worth it. Whole lot of stuff happening up here, which I'm curious about, but yeah, we are lacking the reserves to do much with it. Adds it to your hand. Let's go and grab these. Okay. That's the end of that line. There's this guy, which is mysterious. I'm trying to think, like, do I want to go and spin that last body fragment? Oh, we still have the freebies, actually. Let's go ahead and drop one of those. In a place that makes the most sense. I'm going to say right up here. Grab those. Put another roadblock down. That's fine. That's not an issue. I would say, yes, my curiosity has indeed got the better of me. Guys there. Show me what it is. An insect nest. Fireflies gather. And of course we have one of those anyway. Limited range increases. So that's not like a huge need for things right now. What if I use that? Say right here. Oh, I guess I have to still grab to it, don't I? Well, the good news is there's a deer here I never digested. I'm gonna put that here in the odd chance that there's like other things we could blorp. Give me a lot of blood. Oh, I should have waited. Well, no, actually, I guess there was no way for me to have known. Connect to the firefly. Eliminates a whole lot. That acidic soil, which is nifty. Little rat fellas. Damn, I used my... I wish there was been a way to... I guess I probably could have put the firefly down beforehand. I guess that maybe would have helped me. But at least we have a lot more available to us now. We have some acidic soil, so I could remove some roadblocks if need be. That guy, though, in any fun, creative ways. In fact, yeah, this might be the opportunity to use the roadblock. Or to remove the roadblocks. Unless there was some other way to come around, and there's... I suppose that's possible. We eventually want to go north for sure, though. I'll go and grab this. Just to see if there's anything else here, but I think it's not. Fireflies. Grab them. I think that's pretty much this whole path explored. So the only things that really remain, there's one rat there, which is kind of annoying to reach. Stuff down here, stuff up this way, and then this whole mess of various body fragments that are a little bit more expensive to reach than we would otherwise prefer. Signpost. Can I wait? Yeah, let's cancel it. I'm gonna put a firefly right there. You can use the firefly as a way to connect things too. So it's a whole line of rocks then, okay. I'll bite. What's the signpost? Fragile rock. It will be... Oh, wait. Okay, I'll be able to escape. So one of these is fragile, allegedly. Okay. I'll bite. I'll bite. So, oh, there it is. There it is. That's the one. So we need to connect to that one. That's going to be a bit of an investment. That is good to know. That is good to know. I think I will go ahead and get this forest path. A little bit low. That has been updated. I think it's going to be time to use the nectar, because we still have to, like, connect to the nectar. Connector to the nectar. Anything else I want to do before we abscond? We don't have any freebies. Yeah, we definitely don't have enough blood. Definitely put our... We spurred ourselves a little bit there, but that's okay. They said that our hand will persist as well, which is nifty. Any more jank tutorials? I think we're doing all right. I think by this point the game has kind of stepped back and kind of let us do our own thing, and I'm exploring quite a bit. We got the Deep in the Forest re-added to our arsenal, or not re-added to our arsenal, but added as like kind of a waypoint or a checkpoint. And I've done a bunch of exploring up here. We see there's a rock through which we can reach the watchtower, which is nifty. Which I'm guessing just how ominous and red and blood and scary this all looks. This is probably a fairly big next thing. But there was some stuff this way that definitely caught my attention. But I don't have digestion to reach the deer. I can't put any more cards down. We could put like some fireflies down or some body fragments. That would be something to try to reach. I'm gonna go ahead and get this forest path. And of course that didn't bring anything else up. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the nectar down. Reach it. Oh. Double click. Turn to the altar. There we go. Cycle the nectar. Did I do it wrong? Oh. So I have to connect to my guy? Leave the forest, yes. New starting locations. Yeah, a new checkpoint, basically. Turn to the altar, baby. We didn't have a lot of blood left, but we collected a whole bunch overall. Of course, means new meta progression progress, which is exciting. The altar. Blood. All right. So, does Floor got anything new for us? Step once more into the forest. When the water runs dry, you must return. Such as mother's deepest yearning. Blood you collected from the surface is stored here. If we blood to her, we get something, right? Oh, no, we don't. Okay. We're just a plant after all. Okay. Well, I was thinking maybe she would give us something. Ah, I had a feeling. Squeezing her for every drop she's got. This is the meta progression aspect right here. There's a whole bunch to this, of course. Right now, it's fairly linear, but it's about to open up, I suspect. So what's this one? One blocking route from the initial card pack. Sure. Sounds nifty. A whole bunch of other stuff opens up. Still more you need to witness. So I can't reach that one yet. But Blood of Snail goes up. I don't think we've seen any snails yet. Same with the frogs. Tadpoles goes up, yeah. 124 for both. Can't see what that one is just yet. I'll go ahead and go this one. Omen manifested. Obtaining grace. Locked to the right. Yeah, there's other stuff that's to be done before we can grab some of these. Oh, or you have to spend the... Yeah, you don't have the 500 for that one. Okay. Omen manifested. Oh, wait, does that mean we're good? Like, we've achieved something? Like, we did whatever was necessary? There's also this one. 148. I'm still far from there. Yeah, I'll go and do both of them, I suppose. When reveals itself. Begins to reveal itself. A new omen has been updated. Oh, okay, it just adds one to your list. Oh, it was the one we were tracking that it said was called... It's called growth. Click the omen to unlock. So, wait, just so I'm clear, if I go back to the collection... Oh, I have to claim it. There we go. Claim it. More blood veins. Also, a whole lot more blood. Got the one new location, deep in forest. No companions yet. Oh, blood vein stone. Ranger is still something we're looking for. Bloodstone is something we're looking for. Complete a sacrifice at the mountaintop. Still in Act 1. Things we're looking towards. Mystery cards yet to be found. There's eventually going to be a super oxen. Pretty cool. Alright. Alrighty, Rudy. That's all well and good. Curious. Or, that would cost 250. And I got the 500 for this guy. Get it. So to spend 500 to, like, open the path and then spend the blood to be able to actually reach it. New ability. Card pack cost, which is helpful. It's another card pack cost reduction. No, I'm kidding. Discovering a secret grants 50 blood in settlement. I think I will go for this one. Wait, hold on. Because we can't afford... We can barely not afford this one. Some kind of mutation. 120 and 160. I can barely afford both of these. I'll go and I'll do this one first. That will reveal some new things. Just kidding. That one's expensive. We've gotten a version of that one already. Grab that one. Expansion pack upgrade. Digestion to the initial card pack. Cool. So we got some cool new stuff added to our arsenal. Some nice passive upgrades and some new things to watch for. And yes, indeed, a whole lot of new things to strive for, I guess you just call them side quests, and I guess this is also part of the main quest. The sacrifice of the mountaintop is probably the main quest if I had to guess. Let us resume to another fresh run, and we'll start at the deep in the forest. That's where we last began. There's captured blood after place, then returns to roots. I'm gonna guess cost means like what you take with you. The blood vein stone you want to carry. Yeah, sure. I'll take that with me. Alright. I'm guessing that removed a lot of the stuff we had claimed. Basically, all the stuff we had claimed. To reclaim and kind of retrace our roots. Our path where we saw earlier. Okay, we still have those two paths. Two paths to explore. Start here. Also, then paths of corruption. Is there other things I should grab before they corrupt away? There's a seedbed now. So there's a whole lot of things that were... Oh, never mind. Yeah, so there is stuff that is different. Claim the altar. Oh, we have to reconnect to it. Okay, so yeah, we have to reclaim the altar of corpse. Path of corruption, I think, is... Actually, I guess I don't know. I was gonna say maybe it was like the towers we had claimed, but no, those are still here. This is the blood consumption by 20 points upon spread. This will act spontaneously. So I guess this is like a thing you have to deal with. These will pop up accordingly, I suppose. Next to them. Yeah, so you want to avoid those if you can help it. But I guess in certain instances you probably can't help it. So if we wanted to, we could like spread out and reclaim like these altars and those rats, that kind of thing. But generally speaking, it's probably not a thing we need. Start with the nectar and the digestion and another oxen. And of course, this has re-solidified. Either 8 water or 13 water. Well, that's not much better. Grab the rats first. 4 water or the blood. Like I've been more apt to spend blood than water, and I think I need to do a balance of both, more likely. 13 or 8. Cards are worth it. The heart of the cards. Corpse pile is nifty. Those are legitimately useful. Get the rats. 11 or 8. Spend the 8. Oh, not to my hand, but to my deck. Okay. Good enough, I suppose. Got the digestion here, because I'd like to avoid the paths of corruption. If I'm understanding this correctly, the paths of corruption you want to avoid. This is blood consumption by 20 upon spread. Unless it means, like, reduces the cost of blood? Maybe that's what that means? This is, yeah, growth 1. Which will act spontaneously. Random cards into the deck when connected. Forest path ahead. There are many protruding branches. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not that it costs me 20. Maybe the idea is that it's cheaper by 20. Yeah, it's only 3 to grab, which is a lot better. Let's try it. Gave me a card, and... Oh, look at that. It's grabbing automatically. But yeah, it's not costing me 20 each time or anything like that. So that's kind of cool, actually. So those... Okay, so I was dead wrong. That's the thing you want to strive towards. Makes things cheaper. For a time, at least. I'm going to put a... Actually, I'm going to hold on to that digestion. I might get that deer in a little bit. Hold on to that one. That's basically free. Cards to my deck. I'll grab that one as well. It might even get that rat for me. But I guess it's still pretty cheap. from there, then we start to stretch our reserves a little bit. Then we, the benefits start to have diminishing returns. That is pretty slick, honestly. Pretty cool. It's definitely want to get back over here because there was some interesting stuff happening over here. I think that's where I placed the nectar the first time. There's also this path, which is... actually... It's always like this? I mean... Oh, you know what? I think once you get that rat, I think this little branch area kind of opens up. So I think that's just a temporary setback. What's up, Small Bean? Hope you're doing well. Playing Roots Devour, and this game is very good. It's very good and very fucked up and weird, and I'm having a very enjoyable time here. I'm going to throw one of these down because it is a freebie. Right. And I'll go up a bit. Uppies. So that's less good. Oh, okay. Well, now I definitely want digestion. Can I reach that one at least? Yeah, so it'd be a bit expensive. We can definitely reach it. So let's do a double digestion. That roadblock is annoying, but we can deal with it. Oh, I'm wrong. I'm a wrong fool who is wrong and incorrect and also not right. That's okay. I could just throw another card pack down. Did get some corpse pieces added to my arsenal. I could go up there and try to grab the fireflies, but I don't think it's worth it at this point. I will try another. Yeah, that's probably my best bet. Boop. Got that guy and that guy. I just made another roadblock for myself. If I could have an acid thingy, that'd be nifty. Or if I put this down. That's kind of cool. You can see like the paths you're painting. Go to there. It's a bit expensive, but it's worth it. Now I got the 2 deers. They're nice and plump and ready for digestion. Can't reach that one, but I can reach that guy. I also reach that corpse down there, which I think... Oh, wait, no, never mind. That would just reveal that. We'd already know that is... What was that one? I think that's just another corpse pile, which might be a worthwhile investment, but I'm not so convinced just yet. So we can either go this north path, which is probably the main path, or I can go this way, which is... I think I'm a little bit more curious about. Spend a lot of water to reach that guy. I have one more digestion, by the way. I can use it on that deer. Sure. Or I can go the rat route. Still pretty expensive to get there. Yeah, it's not cheap, but it's definitely better. Digestion. Didn't actually digest it. Yeah, that's the thing. If any of those were digestible medium creatures, it doesn't actually affect it until the card is... It cannot affect it until the card is overturned. So if any of those are deer, they won't be digested because the card was face down. So 10 for there. 11 for there. We'll get the Rattos. This guy, some extra card action. Yeah, I think what I will do is I will continue this direction. I think the dude went north, but there is some mysterious stuff down that way. So, I mean, I guess I could explore both, really. Ratto. Some corruptionification. Go for all 3. Yep. Not going to use that or connect to it necessarily. I will grab that guy. No acid for me, at least not right now. I'm curious about what's going on down here. That's on my list. Grab the rat fella. That will open this up. Go and grab that now. Yeah. Just like we saw earlier. So this is familiar. And we would need to place something there to be able to connect to it. So I'm going to hold off anything big there. I'll have to play some cards. I might play it here. Lead me into that corpse area. Probably the only proper place to it. I guess I could put some here too. A rat on the ground there, which is nifty. And an unfortunately placed roadblock. That is unfortunate. I cannot get through that fill. I need to digest the deer or deal with the roadblock in some way. So another card pack down. Let's see, is it necessary? It's probably a good idea because that's kind of expensive. Actually, well, it's expensive because the thirsty fellow would slurp my water. That'd be a little bit risky. You know what? I'm gonna say that would be nice. Oh, I was hoping that would actually give me a corpse. But that happens elsewhere. Okay, so maybe I'm wrong. Fruit. What does fruit do? Erosion. I think that would be worth it. Yeah, that is helpful. That is definitely helpful. So our deck did not have those things there. So now it does have them. So now I should throw a card pack down, I think. So let's do that. It's an interesting system, and I think I'm starting to get the hang of it. But it's very unique. The idea of a kind of a board like this where the randomness of drawing a card pack and placing it and being mindful of where things might fall and how much space you have to work with is a very interesting concept in a game like this. I've truly never played anything like this. It's very, very unique, and I like it. I like it a lot, in fact. I could definitely see where some would feel tripped up by the kind of the general weirdness of some of the systems. It's pretty bizarre. But I'm liking it more than I have a couple nitpicks, but I like a lot more than I dislike. I would only put cards down here if I just had, like, if I was kind of getting desperate. We have other places to work with. I think what I'll either do is place some cards here or up here. I think I'm more inclined to go this way. Digestion is good. That does help. The roadblocks are annoying, but not a deal breaker. So it was this fella here. It's a shame because I would love to use the digestion here to get those deer, but that's it. That gives us nowhere. I mean, it gets us blood, but it doesn't get us any additional pathings. I might as well use one of these things too. Takes 20 to get to that guy. So can I go ahead and play this guy and say make this a little bit more cheap for us? Oh, I didn't realize that was actually like a connection point. That's good to know. In fact, very good to know. I didn't realize it worked that way. Well, shit, I should have put that one down a lot sooner then. But it made it a lot easier for myself. Next to it. That a little bit cheaper. Yeah, I'll go ahead and get that guy as well. It's a worthwhile exchange, I think. So, love that. Helps to remove a roadblock, or at least, kind of dull the pain of a roadblock, at least. Which I'd be tempted for in this area. Now these aren't blocks. These are, obviously, these two here, but these aren't blocks. So you could just go right through. Actually, I guess I'd have to, like, do something like that. Wouldn't be the horriblest idea in the whole wide world. Throw a card back down. I'm wondering if I should follow this thread. This thread is temptuous. It is tempting me. The temptations of the blood and the flesh and the water. Yeah, it's a really helpful note. I kind of wrote off the oxen card as being like, it just makes things cheaper. I didn't realize it actually was a rootable spot. And maybe most cards are, honestly. Maybe that's how I should think about it. I should see, like, most cards being a spot you could root towards. I don't know why I didn't consider that. I mean, well, it's because what was it? The digestion. Digestion is one of those where you place it and it disappears. And maybe that's the thing I should look at. Does it say, like, is discarded afterwards or something? No, not necessarily. Maybe if it says upon spread, maybe that's what that means. The aesthetic soul also goes away. Connected. Yeah, so I guess you just kind of maybe just trial and error it. It doesn't say, yeah, because, yeah, for the Firefly, that one makes sense. It says when connected. But there's nothing about the Oxen that says when connected. Would connect it to unconnected cards. Right, I just thought that meant you place it on an unconnected card. But anyway, so again, we're learning. If I were to place the Acidic Soul, that actually wouldn't help me because I wouldn't be able to reach those guys. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and place it down here. Was there anything else that I had kind of blocked myself on? Lost a decent bit of blood for that guy, but, you know, we would get it back. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. It's a freebie, anyway. 6 water or... Whoops. 14. Oh, that's an obvious choice there. That's just some extra resources for us. We don't need to go that way, obviously, but... Some extra blood generations. Yeah, I really don't see anything else that would benefit immediately, at least. I mean, this area is full of these roadblock areas, and, I mean, that would help, but it would still be pretty expensive to reach. I think we're going to hold off and see if we can find other ways, and I want to focus this path first before I overdo it. So I'm going to say acidic soil, probably for those 4. If I could get all 5, that'd be kind of neat, but... Bring those out. The cards remain, but they're no longer blocking. There. Get the rat. Spans out quite a bit. I'll go for that corpse there. Feel something from body fragments. Good. I feel awfully silly if I've been here before, but I don't think I've been nearly this far south. This little path here. We are kind of reaching the limit of what we can reach right here. Put that there. Bloodify it. And see the man. They'll acquire the man. What's this? We have flesh chunk. Thank you. The flesh chunk. Fluorescent seed. Oh, add that to my inventory. So what is a fluorescent seed? Glimmer. Nation range increases. Water was spent when connected. Shuffle flower into the deck. I'm curious. I think this is a dead end. It looks like a dead end, but I really can't say for sure. What I might do is throw a card pack down here. Might be a bit of a waste, but I'm going to try it. Never mind, these are all things I can add to my arsenal. Digestion is always nifty. I could use the 6-0 and get that deer. I think that is indeed a new path. Yeah, I think I'll use that there. Man, it's a shame because these are so plump and juicy looking. So scrumptious. But it's not going to lead me anywhere. It's just for the blood resources. Cards when connected, yeah. And we do have the ability now to get past this guy, but I'm kind of curious now about this down here. Yeah, my gut tells me this is a dead end. It looks like a dead end. On the map and in-game. It's a little bit unclear, but I think that's what's going on there. Condition range increases, but if you place it somewhere kind of far away, you use water to get to it. Oh, wait, no. If water was spent when... Yeah. When you first connect to it. So you want to place it kind of far away. We'll hold off on that. So, acidic soil. Those guys. Digestion. Delicious. Rat footprints. Do tell. Dang dirty rat and more shenanigans. An event? No, just a little zoom in. Footprints. A whole bunch of other stuff. I found a rat. And a wellspring. 2 fountain in the card pack. That sounds nice. Precious water resources indeed. Whole bunch of rocks, but a stone gap. Look at that. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Man, this game is very, very interesting. It's very interesting. I'm liking it a lot. And the more I'm playing, the more I'm exploring, I'm inclined to explore more. There's this otherworldly force taking over me that implores me to explore more. Some calling from beyond the cosmos that implores me to understand more what this is all about. What does it all mean? I can feel the elder gods reaching through, rooting through me. Or rooting for me, maybe. There's definitely something over here, but we need some way to get past these rocks. This would not be an acid soil kind of deal. We'd need like a pickaxe or dynamite or something. Or just go around, and that's very possible. Can I get through there? No, we need to put another thingy down. What I might do is go ahead and place this guy. Spend some water to get to him. Gonna get us some bloody boys. 25, whereas from here is 19. That's a freebie. Now we've seen a nice little way to loop around to this other area. That's actually kind of slick. It's actually quite slick. Still can't reach that stuff. We need some way to dissipate or at least like nullify the blocking of some of these rocks. Can't digest that deer. I could probably reach that altar, but I'm in no rush for it, I would say. Illuminate more. Little by little. At least, well, we would, but that kind of is the end of the line there. But that is nifty. Those will probably be mostly roadblock routes there, probably. Although I see there's like a bigger card. I think the bigger ones are potentially some juicy boys. I think I'm going to do is put a... Do I roll the deck? I think I might just put one of these here. Connect to that guy. That altar. The seed bed that I can't reach. Yeah, most roadblocks are. So yeah, that in itself wasn't super exciting. But it did give me a freebie card pack, which is always nifty. Time to choose where to put it. I'm still pretty convinced that guy down there's a dead end. And I was still saying that I bet there's more stuff happening up here. So... like I could put it there, but it'd be hard. Well, actually, no, I can't. It takes up too much space. Would say that is a path as well. You know what? Yeah, let's put one here. Plop it there. That will give us water, right? Restore 20 water, and then it becomes drained. Yeah, that's a worthwhile investment, I do believe. Water's a fairly rare resource, as it would appear. At first, I thought that was going to be a path, but I think it is a dead end. Let's double check the map. Yeah, that's a dead end. Okay, I saw, like, when it, like, looked... It's something highlighted. I got excited. Oh, what's this guy? Blood consumption by 10 points a month spread. Generates seeds. I see what seeds are. Okay, like the fluorescent seed. Cool. Cool. That's another, like, plantable spot, which is worth, well, potentially. It's potentially worth. So yeah, that didn't reveal anything else, unfortunately. And my best not to kind of put myself in a corner. We have a lot of blood for throwing out more card decks, like things to put into our hand, like things that are acquirable versus things that are rootable. I'm kind of rooting for both. Literally rooting for both. What I might do is maybe put this fella down somewhere up here. And it doesn't need to have water spent to gain, like, the most benefit from it. So let's see. We got Ryan out to Clubs. What's up, buddy? It's pretty cool so far. It's pretty cool. I saw that the Steam reviews were a little bit mixed because the translation is a little bit wobbly, and it is. A couple folks, including Ace, have been very helpful in the chat, helping to kind of correct me if I've misunderstood a mechanic or what a card means, because the wording is sometimes a little bit nebulous and almost misleading in some cases. So the localization, not the bestest, but now that I'm like experimenting and kind of learning the ropes, I'm quite taken with this game, a lot more than I was expecting. Sometimes, you know how this goes around out to Clops. You see a game, you think, well, maybe I'll get a review key for it, maybe I'll stream it, and you're kind of like on the fence about it because you're thinking, well, you know, sometimes the wild card game pick for streams can do really well. Other times you can go, by the end of the day or by the end of the stream, you weren't really feeling it. This was kind of a wild card one, but it came at the recommendation of Shake, and Shake typically has pretty darn good recommendations, and I'm glad I trusted him with the recommendation, because yes, it was, this has been very, very good. Very good. One thing I might go ahead and try, I've been kind of avoiding the Thirsty Thorns, because it says it takes water. But I don't know how. Oh, actually, never mind. I might avoid all of it. Yeah, I might avoid it. Look at that. Never mind. I'm full of shit. I'm completely full of shit, so never mind. That was because I was avoiding going for these guys, because it says it takes water. It just doesn't say how much. So I've tried to avoid it when possible. Same with, like, these up here. It's like I could get it, but it might hurt a little bit. Maybe I should just try it. I got a lot of water back, and there's more where that came from. You know what? Let's see. Let's see how bad these things are. My triggered event, when crossed by a line, draws moisture from you, presumably as a one-time thing. Yeah, no, I'm with you. It's a beautiful creation, yeah. There's stuff like that. Oh, wait, you mean like just like games like this, right? Because it takes resources to, because I'm sure they bring in like third parties to help them with translations and localizations. I would imagine they probably don't do that all in-house. So yeah, to your point, right not to collapse, like when it's a all right, so it's 20 water. Okay, now we know. This guy's torn open by you. Now I know. I just wanted to learn. It's probably not worth going from here to there. Yeah, it'd be 22 watt. That's a little bit rough. But I just want to see what it entails. But no, to your point, they're not collapse because, yeah, these are indie studios. They are already, you know, kind of small when it comes to their budgets and that kind of thing. And if they're non-native English speakers, then they have to presumably find some other third party to help them with localization and translation. That costs money. And, you know, you do what you can. You do what you can, and I think they've done a great job with the game as a whole. And you know, my nitpicks with the translations are really not the end of the world, honestly. Guys turn open. So what happens if I grab him? Does something cool happen? Let's see what happens. Nothing. Just useless residue, but now I know. Oh, no, not useless residue. So, yes, that still puts us in the same general situation. I could spend a bunch of water to get there, or what I kind of want to do. Cool if I could, like, reach from that oxen right there. Definitely want to get up that way. We can probably rest assured there'll be something interesting around here. So maybe if I place this, say, right here, I should be able to go from that corpse straight up. Or if I place this really smartly, it shows little white lines, be able to get through here without even having to go through the thirsty thorns on that side. Let's do that. Deer, and I don't have any digestion, so I have to throw some cards down, but we have lots of room for that right now. Some of the best games of bad translation, yeah. You might have heard me talk last time, Ryan, not to collapse. I just got back from my vacation, by the way, a couple days ago. So I was on vacation for about a week and a half, had a wonderful time. We were in Hawaii. It was beautiful. It's paradise out there. It was such a nice time. But I said when I got back, one of the games I was looking forward to getting back into, one of the series I was looking forward to getting back into, is Pathologic. And Pathologic is a case study in a beautiful, fucked up game for sickos and weirdos and morbid degenerates that has a questionable translation. And that's even with the remastered HD version that I'll be playing, because the HD remastered version of Pathologic has a much better translation, but it's still weird and fucky and kind of incomprehensible at times. And at the same time, when I played through the game for the first time 5 or 6 years ago, it stuck with me forever, and I'm looking forward to getting back into it. So yeah, that's a good one for sure. And Alias with the raid, it's redonkulous because Shake raided us just a little bit earlier, and I said, what the heck, Shake, you just raided me last night, what in the world? And now Alias coming in hot with a raid of his own, also, who again just raided me last night. Alias, thank you for that raid. It was a joy getting to do games with the homies last night with the boys. I was sad I had to miss the previous session, the past Sunday, because I was in Hawaii with my wife, and it was a wonderful time. But of course, it's great to get back, and it was fun getting to play games with the boys. Thanks for dragging my sorry ass, or not even dragging, but carrying my sorry ass into a dub in Slay the Spire 2. And also thank you for indulging me with some Space Marine 2. Getting to be the one guiding you guys in a game is always fun. It's nice. It's nice getting to take turns and being like all right, who's gonna be the one to guide us in a new experience. And it all ended, or it all went very flawlessly. We won all the missions we played last night in Space Marine 2. Don't check the tapes. It was a nice time. And if you ever wanted more Space Marine 2, I would be glad to supply the goods. How's your Slay the Spire 2 experience been going? So I've only played a little bit. In fact, we just played last night with Alias and Shake, and we only played co-op. We only played the multiplayer. I've actually never played single player, and I've also never played Slay the Spire 1, so I'm kind of a Slay the Spire weirdo right now. Now, this is not the first time I've done, like, only the multiplayer version of something. For instance, I've played Dark Souls 1, and I've played Elden Ring Night Rain, but that's it. I've never played Elden Ring proper. I've never played any of the other Dark Souls games. So I've been known to kind of bounce around a lot when it comes to these kinds of things. Alias, you were doing some Slay the Spire 2, of course. If you have any clips to share, if you got any clippies, I'd love to see them. Love to see if there's any clips you want to share. We're playing a cool, fucked up game for weirdos. This is Roots Devour. This is actually a game that Shake streamed and inspired me to pick it up and stream it. And it's very interesting. I describe it as a mix between Carrion and Cultist Simulator, and also the map traversal aspect is really its own kind of thing. I really don't know of another game that does something like this, where when you start a run, you have like checkpoint areas you can pick up from, and it's not procedurally generated. This is a bespoke map with some randomness thrown in as you draw cards, because there's the deck building aspect of the game for sure. But it's a very unique game, and I'm really vibing with it. I'm liking it a lot more than I thought I would. Still had a lot of fun. If you have any clips to share, by the way, Alias, you've heard my spiel so many times because you're always so generous, rating us all the damn time. Do really appreciate it. And if you have anything you want to share with us, I'd love to see it. And I'm excited for more games. This coming Sunday should be good. This coming weekend with more shenanigans with the homies. I'll take that digestion. That's perfect. I might... I want to do that now. Well, I'll definitely do this. I'll definitely get the water. I had to spend water. I had to spend water to make water, as they say. Now, I might have to actually go through it, or just be very fancy schmancy and trying to make a little path to that forest path. That'd be a little bit tricky. That north path is curious. The nice thing is if I get this deer, this might be a roadblock, but it could be a not roadblock. Might lead me to that forest path. Do I want to do that now, or do I want to hold it? You know what? Let's... I'm kind of feeling it. Let's fucking do it. Do it. Digest the deer. Go for the eat. Reveal. It's a forest path. Good. Oh, and I'll get that too. Do the forest path. Gives me a new card. Very good. And a little bit of water to get up there, and that reveals a whole bunch of thirsty boys. Yeah, this opens up a whole lot, just like I was hoping to see. You can follow that forest path. I'm curious still about this guy, but there might be another opportunity to kind of wrap around. I would really rather avoid going through those thirsty thorns now that I've seen firsthand what they entail. And I know properly what it's all about. Much like the Hokey Pokey, that's what it's all about. Getting a lot of blood. Found an owl. Thing fella. It's like a 2-card. Like a 2-card fella. Curious creature tilts its head. I believe Shake warned me, if you find a friend, don't kill the friend. This might be the friend. No fear or hostility. Sleeping has not realized you yet. Some small animals can attract her. Such as a rat, for instance. Interesting. Ooh, Alias has got... Oh, he's got a 2-parter. Hell yeah. So that's the first part, right? The one you just posted? Oh, no, I see. There are 2 links in there. Yeah. Here's the first one. Oop. Is this Horsey Game? Oh, I've heard about Horsey Game. This is my first time laying eyes on Horsey Game. I've heard about it, but I've not seen it. Here, my face, my big dumb face is covering some of this. Goofy... Oops, shit. My big dumb goofy face is ruining some of this. Go over here. Right there. Right here. There we go. You'll just the place indicator is probably not a huge issue. So, Giggles, Sea Beefcake, Crumples, Long John Silver, Hot to Trot, and Rhubarb Waterfowl. Who's gonna win? Take your bets.
That's my old horse.
Oh, never
Long
mind.
John Silver. He still wants it. He still fucking wants it. He can't have it, but he wants it. I respect that.
First time seeing Horsey Game. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now, I'm not a horse expert, but I think that's bad. So here's the part 2. That was a good alias noise. Alias does some good alias noises sometimes. That was a good one. Did I click the right one? No, here we go. I was like, did I click the wrong one like a doofus?
There's Crumples. Crumples, I need you to fall directly before Giggles, please.
That'd be very good. I would giggle.
He can't fall.
Is he gonna crumple?
Too consistent. Oh my fucking god, Giggles, you piece of shit.
Oh!
Oh my god!
What a gamer. He called it. He absolutely called it.
Please.
So everyone else needs to shit out as well.
God, dude.
No fucking way, says Trev.
Slightly back.
You still won! He still wins! I guess if everyone shits out, then it's whoever made it the farthest. That's insane.
That was insane.
Streamer luck, bro. Streamer luck. Hold on, let me go back to that first clip real quick. Had the other one just complete eat shit? Yeah, well, mostly. Most of them had eaten shit. Most of the shit had been consumed.
Dude.
Yeah, that guy's down. Yeah, he's out. Yeah, so it was just down to those two. It was just down to those two. That's fucking wild. That is truly fucking wild. Bro, I'm telling you, man, streamer luck. You've heard it before, Alias. You know how that goes. Streamer luck coming in clutch, man. Well, I'll tell you this much. I'd heard about Horsey Game, and I had not had the wherewithal to look it up, because I think it popped off while I was on vacation. So as a result, I was away from my computer, so I couldn't add it to my wish list, but added it just now. $10. Actually, maybe popped off is maybe a generous term. It's not like a giant amount of people playing it, but still, it's done pretty well. Clearly, it's something I think I would enjoy a lot. It's got that Mario Party, day at the races, kind of energy that I'm all about. That randomness that is just full of bullshit and tomfoolery that I'm kind of all about. So yeah, that's some good shit, man. And a surprising amount of depth. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that there's some wild shit, man. Should have never fallen in the first place, but... And yet. The log horse in that race. I mean, I saw there were some, like, funnily shaped lads. But you're right, Alias. That is absolutely my kind of shit. I do like the goofy stuff. I like the goofy, silly ha-has and the pee-pee poo-poos. Thank you again for that raid, man. I know it's getting late, so no worries, so you have to hop off. And I'm looking forward to more games this Sunday with the homies. Always a good time. Oh, okay, so that you can, like, so you can, like, raise your own horses. So you give them to the other farmers, right? And the log horses are useless. Hence why everyone was, like, falling over. Because they're, like, these long torso monstrosities. Can I be connected in will block spread? My triggered event resembles a human, but its species is currently unconfirmed. It said that if I gave it small creatures, it might react. Strange animals that harbor human souls. Our smart were tightly locked on our roots, but there was no trace of timidity, rather. So at first I was thinking, well, should I leave the rat for her? For the owl friend? I'm gonna eat the rat. Rat captures her attention, then she looks at me. A walking root. And I smell like many kinds of smells, such as the rat. Are you actually a rat? So this, I think, is where Shake made a choice that he regretted. He said, don't make the mistake I did, Alex. Learn from my mistakes. Looks like a friend to me. And take a rest on your branch. The new follower. Right to your side. Cool. Willing to follow you for a while, so I'm gonna guess that means I shouldn't, like, place it down and slurp it up. Harbors human souls. Develop some kind of innocent trust in us. So maybe the idea is if we take it back to the base with us, something cool will happen. That's my guess. That's my guess. How very mysterious. Very curious. Got a few seed options here. Water was spent, you create a flower. Or you get an overgrown seed. Overgrowth seed, rather. Oh, no, it just generates another one. I see, I see. So, I would like to explore this area, and I would like to explore that area for sure. That I'm not quite... I mean, I guess I'm kind of curious, but I'm like real big curious about this guy. So I'll definitely put this one right here. Gonna use some water to make that happen. Found a severed limb, but an unknown aura attached to it. Oh my. Fellow predators. So we're not the only carnivore in this forest, so it would seem. Gnawing on the broken limbs. Their turbid black blood makes you feel sick, so they are not something that we would do well to consume if we can help it. Actually, it's blocked, so we might not even be able to. So they will eat the body fragments, unfortunately. The corpse is shattered into pieces. Wolves don't look like they'll be... Oh, hold on. Didn't quite read that in time. I'll grab those. I'll grab that as well. So we got other fun things. So I'm going to guess they will... Yeah, they'll eat and they'll just get the fuck out, I'm guessing. Since they've escaped. They have blood, but it's stuff that I have no business dealing with. Like the bleeding cards nearby and eat them. Can be removed. Oh, their thick skin can be removed by digestion, much like with the deer from earlier. Sized. Yeah, I'm guessing it's the thick skin part that we want to we have to like break through to be able to, if we wanted to consume them. Difficult to capture, but destroy our prey's roots and snatch it away. If we can't strike first, maybe some. I like the hex code, which I think is supposed to be the color white. Basically, bait is enough to kill. So going up there could be dangerous potentially. It says they will prey on our roots. Now I have no way to digest them, so maybe we'll leave that for now. Maybe we'll leave that for now and explore elsewhere. There's still this spot, this area to consider and to explore. Decent bit over this way as well. A lot of body fragments to place. I wonder if I could like place one and have it like drag, have it what I'm looking for, have it like have that be the bait basically. Because it seemed like when they eat something, it's like there were 4 of them and 2 of them escaped. I'm guessing maybe when they eat something, they escape. Is how it works, maybe? So, yeah, what if I put this rot heart? That's the bait. He's eating. Does he go away after that? Yes, that's exactly what he does. Residue is... Alright, so I guess that's like a way to dispatch them. Since I can't digest them and I don't want them attacking me, that's probably like a reasonable way to deal with this. So there we go. It's a little bit, you know, uneloquent. It's a little bit unsophisticated, but it gets the job done. And reach up here. Check out this path and see what awaits. Oh wow, that's like a big jump. Wowee. New watchtower. Ooh, our first frogs. Digestion added to our deck. A new checkpoint. That's exciting. Grab the rat and the frog. We've never found a frog before. Generates 1 to 3 tadpoles. Pray tell, what are tadpoles? Maybe from generating new frogs, basically? Do I like hover over? Oh yeah, there we go. Small creature. So yeah, so it's another blood card basically. There it's 4 water. From here it's just 1 blood. That's nothing. Okay, so it doesn't, like, add it to our deck or anything. It's just things you have to grab immediately, which I think is worth that forest path first. Seems like that's generally cheaper. Okay, I'm full of shit. So yeah, spend 5 to get 10, so it's overall worth. Overall, it's worth. That froggy. Froggy. And I guess this will probably be... Actually, I might be able to pop through here. Is watching us. Reach that one? Yes. And with that, I can actually squeeze through here. It's crazy. Less chunk. Strong aroma of blood lipids. Mmm, delicious. Four-legged wooden table appears. Beige tablecloth. Mmm, says the plates are eye-catching. And bread soaked in soup. It's an oddly human memory, maybe from that flesh chunk. Truly feel the hunger. My taste in sex toys. Well, Grim, you know I have expensive taste, man. Come on. Come the fuck on. I ain't no chump, man. I ain't no simpleton, man. I've refined tastes. I want my own wooden table. Skipping the... Don't fuck with a tablecloth or boring bread. Oh, the flesh chunk disappeared, though. That's... Oh, torch. Wow. There's a lot of interesting stuff happening here. Vicious and might trigger an event. All very interesting. Very interesting. I will indeed... I don't know if going for every forest path is worth the draw. I mean, I guess it gives you some cards, which is nice. I'm more curious about the illuminating qualities. Speaking of which, you have free deck. Free the dick. Free the deck. Tentacles. Not mine, though, presumably. Not a real creature. It is a mimic. Roads to the hill. I'll go ahead and grab this now. There'll be a checkpoint for later. It has been conquered. Does that mean the tentacles have been, like, turned to my side or something? So a fire consumes the faint glow. Okay. So it's just a, yeah, road. It says road to a hill. I guess like to a mountain. I guess basically. Cluster of plants shivers as if sensing the approaching flames. Their scent reaches you. The plants, I'm guessing. A blend. Yeah, that's what exactly it is. Okay. Okay. Horses repulse me. So do I stay? Or do I, I'm sorry, pray and get a digestion into my deck? Or grab him and get a firefly into my deck? I would say digestion is probably more helpful. Got something valuable from the tears of the other plants. But this game is so weird and very interesting. So new checkpoint. The digestible deer. There's our first snail, which is exciting. If I went for him, that would open that up, which is pretty cool. Less chunk. Perfectly preserved, nice and juicy and plump for the taking. I need a digestion card to deal with the tentacles. Not sure it would really get us anything right from the get-go. I would need to plant something. Or, yeah, I would need to plant something basically to get to those areas. Or digest with that deer. But, once again, I don't want to, like, overdo this. There's more things to explore. For one thing, I never did see what's over this way. Yeah, like, kind of reeling it back a little bit. I don't want to spread myself too thin. And try to do everything. Try to explore every little area. We'll be here forever if I go too nutty with this. This path still is interesting to me. I'm definitely curious about this path. It's probably surrounded by thirsty thorns. So I need to try to find like a sneaky little path through there. Yeah, this has me curious. If I look at the map, I mean, this whole overworld is enormous. There's so much left to do. I would say what is most likely is when we start the next round, we'll begin here. So we'll be more apt to explore these areas like immediately around it, and also rooting over to the residue, to the corpses, to the frogs and the tadpoles, and exploring up north here. So I think I might hold off here a little bit, unless there was like something. Well, all right. My curiosity has been piqued. I'm a little bit curious about the Tainted Wellspring. I want to do like the forest path. Actually, you know what? How much is this one? Three water. I think I'm willing to spend 3 water for this. What does this do? Gushing blood. Oh boy, now we're talking. Delicious. I feel something filling the void left by the blood lost earlier. Path forward will become clear. New feature unlocked. At the start of each run, you may select a vessel to summon your roots. Inspiration points. Oh, okay. I wonder what inspiration points were. We'd heard about them, but we haven't been collecting them yet, I don't think. Now we can earn them. I see them at the top there. When you earn them, something cool happens. So the first part, the whole idea of vessel summoning your roots, that part I'm a little bit unclear on. Oh. Oh, that's one of the omens. Cool. Every time you spread to small creatures. Okay, so that's an aspect that we're now seeing. I'll grab that just because it's free. Oh, never mind. That disappeared. Huh, that was unexpected. Okay, that's fine. So we could explore there. The most I would do is, you know what? Yeah, I might see if I can explore this way and kind of curve around. Expensive, 22. I'd probably put a seed down. A little bit expensive, or I take the expected route. Let's take the expected route. I think that's probably the better call. 11 water. We're at 45 water. It's actually not too bad. We wanted to spend water on that one anyway. That's all roadblocks though. Okay, not terribly surprising. There are still these 2 options down here. We still have plenty of water. Or I'm sorry, not water. We still have plenty of blood. We are starting to get low on water though. That water is now becoming kind of our limiting factor here. Got that digestion, which is good. There's still this whole area over here, which has me curious. I will... exactly that. A little bit of water. Check that one out. Get that wildflower. Corpse. Does it give me anything? It does give me a path here. Not much beyond there. I'd have to throw some additional cards down. Actually, that might be a dead end. No, I don't think it is. It's about... Or in the fog. Getting a little bit overly ambitious with these overgrowth seeds. I think I'm gonna do blood fragment. Body fragment, rather. Opens up a bit. Got a path there. Spend a little bit of water, but I think it's worth it. Very good. Spend 1 water. I think it's worth it. Reveals a whole lot of thirsty boys. Can I scrunch through there? No. No, at least not effortlessly. I'd have to put another body fragment down. Definitely something back here. Could maybe reach to this guy if I play my cards right, literally. If I literally play my cards right. I'm gonna put a body fragment right there, because that would let me kind of squeeze through that corpse. That one. Flesh chunk, delicious. Spend the 1 water. Only 20 water left. It's not much. We're getting more toys to play with now, which is nice. Yeah, we have enough blood to work with. I'm more confident to grab that stuff than spend water. But that being said, we're spending a lot to get here anyway. That opens that up. Can't get to that bloodstone from here. That might have to, like, come... I guess I don't know, actually. Might have to, like, do, like, a body fragment here and then here. That worth it? The answer is a very solid maybe. A very solid maybe. I kind of want to do this one first, though. That gives us some blood, of course. That'll give us some more body fragments to play with, in our deck at least. And now I can reach this guy. New card, Corpse Flower. Cool. They add one to our deck as well, to our hand even. That's exciting. So, Corpse Flower, what do? Spread to medium creatures. Spread to a creature that cost is reduced. That's nice. I don't know if you have to digest it first. I guess probably. The answer is probably. Let's try... I think the Bloodstone is a, have a... What's it called? Omen to acquire a Bloodstone. So I'm gonna... I think this is a worthwhile venture. Okay, Hidden Treasures. We're unlocking additional cards for more meta progression. Got the achievement, very good. That's another Omen concluded, very nice, very nice. So, yeah, so that was, I guess you'd say more of a side quest than anything, but still worthy. Still a worthy endeavor. Side quest that yielded some nifty results, some nifty additional abilities and powers. Yeah, nothing else that I think I wanted to explore in this thread down this way. I feel pretty satisfied about that. That took some trickery, but was very satisfying seeing that through to the end. We could get some pretty good blood stores fairly easy. There's still some cards there. It'd be kind of hard to reach. We'd have to do some residue. We're getting pretty low on water and blood, so this run is nearing its inevitable conclusion. Is there anything I want to try? This area is curious. I could do an overgrown seed and just do a little bit of water use to illuminate these areas. That one is almost assuredly covered by stuff. For the medium creatures. We have a free card pack. I might just throw that down here. Let's do this. Look at this one. Your hand is full. Spawn seed on. So I'm gonna just put one of those right there. Grab that. Feed on connection. So I'll use that one in a moment. I'm trying to use some stuff before I kind of commit to these things. It'll be 6. Well, it's actually not too bad. This bed is pretty useful. It's pretty nifty. Is there anything else I kind of want to explore? I want to do as much of this as possible. I think that'll be a valid path. I'm pretty confident about that. But I might go ahead and put this guy down to make that forest path a little bit cheaper. Yeah. Make that forest path cheaper. That guy, I'll grab the extra one. Go ahead and grab him, and I can reach through there. Builds a new path. Another bloodstone. Wow, what luck. Getting low on our reserves. Oh, there's the fella. Can I reach him? Yes. Wow. He was like, ah! Oh, Jesus! Oh, my blood! What the fuck? I just like his initial reaction of, wow. The most bothered man as he's dying. Like, wow. Cool. You think he sounded like Owen Wilson there with that? Wow, that's I like to imagine he hit us with an Owen Wilson. Wow. So that answers what's going on there. We got a decent bit of blood for our trouble, so now we can explore a little bit more willy-nilly. Not nilly-willy, because whatever's going on in the middle here, we can't quite see it just yet. What I might do is... we don't know what that is, but if I put this here, we could probably connect to it pretty easily. Seed bed. Okay, I'll grab that. Unfortunately, I think, yeah, that is all that is. Okay, well, now we know. Now we know. Yeah, part of it is just the exploration. Just the joy of the exploration. But I feel pretty accomplished. I think I've seen everything that I wanted to see before we started up on this more northern path. Now, the one lingering question is, what the fuck is this over here? And I don't have the resources to answer this right now, unfortunately. So that will have to remain unanswered for the time being. This game is very, very interesting, and it's I think it's good, but it's not for everybody. I think this is a classic not for everybody kind of game, but it is absolutely for me. This is something I'm really, really enjoying way more than I thought I would. Oh, also, okay, there's one other path this way. I can see very faintly some unturned cards. There's some stuff over there, and we really don't have the resources to reach there. We only have a little bit more to explore, or to be able to explore, for that matter. Corpses are bloodless. The fruit is also bloodless, but it can produce things that are helpful, like the acidic soil and the digestion. I could use the digestion to get some blood pretty easily. So that is of no consequence. I would need acid soil to get through here. That's... although it probably all loops around... yeah, there's a forest path there. So if we could, like, go from the watchtower to forest path, forest path, forest path, and then here, that probably, like, leads down to that area. So we probably don't have to use an acid soil to plow through there. Let's see, with my time, with my resources, well, time is a resource too. It is getting kind of late. With the resources I have remaining, what I would like to do for that, I don't know. Actually, I'm trying to like choose things wisely and leave some exploration around here and up for future me to enjoy. Really can't get past that guy. I was saying how I don't have the resources for this area, and I think that's mostly true. The good news is that this is a fluorescent seed. I could get to that guy pretty easily. Place this fluorescent seed over here to really light that area up. That would maybe answer some mysteries. I think I would rather do that than go up this way, because we need a decent bit of blood to reach all this. And we don't have a decent bit of blood. We have the opposite. So I think I'm gonna see about this area. So let's think about this. I'll grab this first. Getting a little bit low. Yes, I'm aware. I'm quite aware. I don't want to have this require too much water, but I think that's a fair distance. Get down to 1 water. We're getting thirsty. Was it worth it? Not really, but now I know. Now I know. Water and blood reserves getting low. Getting down low. If I were to do anything, I would put an oxen here. Connect to it for free. And then I would put a body fragment down here. Oh, can I not? There we go. Can I connect to it? 5 blood, I can do it. That tells me... Oh, another one of those guys. Oh. He's gonna attack my guy. Yeah. But he did escape. He did leave afterwards. But yes, that's how that works, unfortunately. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and plant the nectar down. Oh, wait. Hold on. Just kidding. Can I return to my deck? Return to the deck. Oh, well... Still attached to this world. Right, okay. Because I think what I can do is I could just reuse the old one. Which was... I hurt. Oh! Not at all what I was expecting. Oh, the inspiration points thing, right. Not that it really matters. Okay, so I completely misunderstood what that was going to be all about. That was my bee. And now we give a shit about the inspiration points. Not sure if it's going to be worth the darn at this point yet. No, it really doesn't. Yeah. Okay. That's good to know. Yeah, so they were saying your hand is preserved, and I wasn't sure how that was going to work. And I never thought to even click that guy, but yeah, if you click that guy afterwards, you keep the cards that were in your hand at the time. So if I put a new nectar down, that's why you would do that. Okay. Now I know. Now I know why you do this. Because I didn't understand... Understand how and why you use the nectar card. Preserve your hand in between runs. But now I've seen it. I've seen the lights. And we collected a bunch of blood for meta progression now, which is very exciting. So that means we get to peruse the altar. Let's see what awaits. And because we brought the owl friend with us, I hope we get something cool for our troubles. Now the secret path is opened. Brought back not just a clod. Oh, the bloodstone, right. Their blood crystallizes into this form like these relics. All blood, all dreams will return to Mother. Stone holds unique significance, she says. So many secrets. Now this is open. No, maybe? Maybe it's not. Drink the blood. I'll offer you more guidance. Alright. How's that nectar, she says. Found something similar in the forest, I did. They're an extraordinary force and spread their power whenever they drift. Probably wherever they drift. Have as many as you can. So, blood vein stone can be customized. Okay. Permanently active once carried, but requires a corresponding cost. I'm a little bit unclear on exactly what this is getting at. But again, I think once we get into it and see it, just see how it functions firsthand, it'll probably all become clear. So I think to reach that, I have to spend, for the secret path. However, before I do that, before I start investing in the secret path, I'll claim a couple of these guys, because we got a bloodstone. Unlock the dream well, and also, I can now carry more blood veins. Which we use the bloodstones for, as I understand it. I haven't completed the sacrifice of the mountaintop, which is probably the end of Act 1, if I had to guess. No additional new packs just yet. And a third starting location, which is exciting. We don't have a new companion yet. I figure the owl friend will show up there eventually. was thinking because we brought the owl back. Oh, wait, maybe because we preserved the hand. Maybe I misunderstood what that was entailing. The dream well. It is peering at you. I'll bite. Life did not begin in the ocean, but in the forest. Tell me more. There's Flora. And just, I love that the icon for her is this very... this very... How do I say this in a way? It's just this vaginular shape whenever she talks to us. It's like, all right, I know what's going on. Anyway, so yes, the blood crystals, right? The bloodstones. Okay, so choose the merchandise. So I have two of these, two stone fellas, and we got cards have an increased appearance rate. That could be good. Brief things to help you. Okay. Yes, alright, so that's like a shop. And that's a pretty interesting thing to maybe buy. Recently shuffled cards have an increased appearance rate. That could be good. It could be bad, I suppose. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it, I'll buy it. There will eventually be more things that she sells, presumably. Accept my nectar and let your body grow within it. Actually, speaking of which... Oh, she's moved, right? She's no longer here. She's up there now. If I check in, every so often she might have new ones, but probably not in this current instance, at least. Okay. And there's a mutation that costs 250. This one costs 350. Chance of tadpoles through spawning. That all sounds good. I think I'm more interested in this new path that has opened up. And look at all these other secret paths we could eventually find. Like, this game is, like, pretty fucking juicy as far as I can tell. Like, there's quite a lot to this game. No surprise, no surprise. But I'm really impressed. This is like a very unique game. And I'm the more I'm like delving into it, the more I'm doing my best at least to understand the systems, the more I'm appreciating what it's bringing to the foray here. Cannot connect to Flora. Does she go? Now, we were able to connect to her earlier, but now we can't. Okay, I see how it is. Alright, so the water boosts are helpful, but that is as far as we go in this particular path. Until, I mean, maybe she's staying in the way of something. I don't know. Hard to say, but yeah, nothing to do with her right now in that spot. So, oh, this is open now. Oh, no, this is always open, I think. More digestion. Digestion is a very, very good card. A very good card. I think that's worth it. Several things to unlock, including a very expensive fella. It's gonna get expensive real quick. Real quick. Now, what was obtaining grace earlier? Reduce the card pack costs. That is a worthwhile endeavor. Is that always what it is? No, it's like different other like passive bonuses, I think. So I would say do this one. I think that's a dead end, perhaps. That is not a dead end, actually. According to a card, there's a 1% chance to shuffle a copy. That's kind of cool. Pretty low chance, but still neat. Get a new omen. Sure. Begins to reveal itself. The omen has been updated. Mutual benefits. Friends with mutual benefits. Make 2 trades in the Dreamwell. I mean, are there new Dreamwell purchases available now? Nope. The one so far. Cannot afford that one, but I cannot also not afford that one. But I could do that one. Could just go right to that one, the tadpole one, which isn't that exciting. Frog to the initial card pack. I mean, frogs are neat. Thing is, if I unlock that one, I won't be able to also reach it. I would say I'm probably more inclined to go for this one. Got an achievement for sacrificing 2,000 blood in the altar. That is a dead end, unfortunately. And I can't afford that. Wait, I can't afford that? 156. No. Hold on. Oh, we have to complete it before we can reach it. Oh, I understand. Reach that guy. We're gonna vent a heart. Exciting. I can't open that one up. That might be the end of the line for this current traversal experience. Yeah, anything else to consider? I don't think so. Yeah, sure enough, yeah, no interactions with Flora. Here, at least. And look at the map in like a kind of a more zoomed out sense in this altar area which we're in, the hub world, basically. Then look back at our collection. So with the packs, there's nothing I can do here. It's not like I can, like, rearrange... Oh, well, wait, hold on, kinda? No, not really, okay. So yeah, so I can't, like, rearrange or add stuff or remove things from the packs, I don't think, at least. Yeah, we'll eventually get more decks, I'm assuming. Standard basic cards, and yeah, of course, we're finding new things as we're going along, and we add them to our pack temporarily, but this is what we're starting each area with. Keep an eye out for making another purchase of the Dream Well once there's more things to purchase, of course, and more bloodstones acquired, and the Sacrifice of the Mountaintop, which we're probably getting pretty close to at the third area. And yeah, I'm not so sure about the owl friend, but I'm guessing, yeah, maybe I messed it up by preserving my hand. Maybe I was supposed to not preserve my hand and, like, bring her back. I'm not sure. It's just like, it seemed like she'd be with us for a while. I thought maybe we had to bring her back to the altar. A little bit unclear. I would love to do another run, but it's getting pretty late. So I think we're gonna go and wrap it here, or another round rather. Yeah, I'm really impressed by this. I totally get why not everybody loves this and why the reviews were mixed on Steam. It's a not for everyone kind of game, and I would say if you were to describe this game to me, I would be a little bit like, I don't know. Like, this would have been maybe not a hard sell, so to speak, but this is not the kind of thing I would normally reach for, and I'm really impressed by what I'm seeing, and I'm enjoying it a lot. I think it's, to be honest, the exploration aspect I think is what I'm most intrigued by, and just the fucking vibes are immaculate. It's so fucking cool and menacing, and like weird and spooky, and the weird localization is a detriment, but also in a weird way it kind of adds to the mysterious nature of the game, because at the start of the game you're this tentacle demon root creature that is absorbing humans and squirrels and rats and shit, and you're trying to, like, understand certain concepts in there, and as you absorb cultists, you're like you get the dialogue, or I guess monologue, saying, like, trying to understand what this word means, what this human aspect or concept means, this what does brother mean? What is the significance of this movement or this action that this human took? So the wobbly localization, in a weird way, almost adds to the storytelling and to, like, the world building, because if we are playing as a root demon, Lovecraft inspired root demon that is, like, learning about the world, then yeah, its descriptions of things will be a little bit unclear and a little bit unusual. So I would say I would like for the devs at some point to be able to invest in more localizing this game if that was an option. But even if they don't, I don't know, there's like an upside to it, I suppose. Next time we play, we will for sure jump into the roads to hill and continue that way. We'd have all three of these things going for us, which is nifty. Oh, that one costs 5. Damn, that's expensive, but that is pretty cool. Yeah, these are less exciting, but still pretty nifty. Yes. Start with Roads to Hill, rather. Yeah, really cool game. I'm really taken by this. I've mentioned before that one of I think my favorite horror vibe, if that makes sense. My favorite horror unsafe. I'm assuming the game does save. I'm assuming it saves when you're, like, here, at least. So that makes me a little bit nervous, but I'm pretty sure it's fine. Like, you probably wouldn't quit out in the middle of a run, basically. Game time, blood owned. Yeah, that's right, because we had just spent a bunch. Yeah, so we're fine. We're fine. 13.8%, so still a whole lot more game. Now, I'd say my favorite, like, flavor of horror aesthetic, like, my favorite horror kind of vibe is like spooky forest stuff. Spooky forest stuff is like my favorite. The Witch is my favorite horror movie that I've ever seen. And I'm not exactly a horror aficionado. There's like a whole lot I've not seen. But of the ones that I've seen, The Witch is my favorite. Or the Vivitch as it's stylized. And so much of that movie takes place in like just impossible, sad, dying forest areas with soil that doesn't grow crops and a land that is just cursed and is maliciously unwelcoming to the humans that try to settle there. And I love that kind of vibe. I love that kind of horror, that kind of approach to writing a horror movie or game or just that setting. And I think part of that is because I grew up in Southern Illinois and my grandparents lived in the fucking sticks, man. My grandparents lived in a nice little house that was out in the boonies, man. I mean, we're talking like as a kid, there was no TV because there were like no cable could reach it, like nothing could reach it. They didn't have internet for the longest fucking time. Obviously, no cell phone service. Like you're out there, man. When you would go to visit, it's a long drive, and you go through a lot of wooded areas to get there. And I have these like vivid childhood memories of being in the car and like in my mom's car, that is, you know, riding in the back because I'm a kid. Of course, I'm not driving myself, so I'm like riding in the back of my mom's car, and we're like driving through these like very heavily wooded areas, and it's a narrow path, and obviously there's no street lights, so it's dark as fuck. All you have is the headlights to like light your way, and usually like if we're there, it's maybe around like Christmas or Thanksgiving, so all the trees are bare because, you know, of course it's cold out, it's winter times. And I remember feeling like so scared by some of those areas, like just seeing that it just creeped me out. And I wasn't like thinking like, oh, I'm in danger, because of course I'm in a car, my mom's there with me, I'm not alone, obviously. But still, I remember thinking like to myself, this is so creepy, and I would have nightmares about like that scenery, being in like a dark forest. It's kind of dark, but there's lights in the distance. Like, I don't know, there's something about that really resonates with me. And maybe other people like this, maybe they aren't, but like I find myself like gravitating towards things that used to scare me as a kid. So because that setting used to be creepy to me, now I embrace it. I'm like, it's so fucking cool. It's so badass. It's so sick. So yeah, this was really a good time. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you to oh my god, so many rates tonight. Holy shit. It was Alias, of course, and Shake who rated us, but also Woo and Gamertech. Many raids all in short order. That's super cool. Let's find a raid target of our own to continue this positivity that a bunch of our homies have hit us with, which is super nice. Have a good night, Elgaso. I'm not far behind you. Whenever I say that, it implies that I'm going to be joining Elgaso in sleepy times, which, I mean, a little something, maybe a little something, no guarantees, but who knows? Gracie and I, we have an understanding. She understands. But no, this is a fun stream, really fun time. I should be back tomorrow. I did post the schedule for this week in the Discord server. It's my first week back at it with like an actual schedule after getting back from the trip, which is a great time, of course, but get back in the swing of things for sure. I might switch around a couple things. Also, the Wednesday streams are going to be a little bit weird because I'm going to have to start going in earlier than usual, than previous at least, when it comes to going into the office on Thursdays. I would say this Wednesday streams are going to be more likely to get canceled in the future. Because, yeah, we got a directive from management that says, you know, we got to start coming in a little bit earlier. So it's like, okay, I'm going to have to get up earlier on Thursdays. So Wednesday streams, we'll see. I went ahead and put one on the books for now, but I would say Wednesday streams are going to be a little bit more wobbly going forward, but we'll play it by ear, of course. But otherwise, yeah, we got some good games for this week. And I was talking about Pathologic, which we will not be starting this week. We'll probably start Pathologic next week. Probably middle of next week is what I would expect. I've got a couple other games to get to in the meantime. And including some pretty cool ones. Some that are a little bit more out there, but I'm pretty excited for some of these for sure. Haunted Lands looks pretty sick. Haunted Lands and Galactic Vault both come out tomorrow. I think I'll probably do Galactic Vault tomorrow, but we'll see if there's one that drags me more towards one or the other. Over the Top World War I looks like a really cool multiplayer, kind of like old school Battlefield 1942 military shooter that looks really cool. Like not like simulatory, obviously, but more arcadey. kind of old school Battlefield looking kind of game. That one looks like it'll be really cool. Play that this coming Saturday. We got Rayman, the 30th anniversary remaster, which looks great. So yeah, got some good stuff for this week. You get into the homies, to Alias and Shake and Gamertech and Woo for those raids. I see Gamertech still chilling with us. I know it's getting late, friends. Let's find a raid target. We got a lot of, wow, still a lot of people live right now. Holy moly. Ilion is live. The last time I tried to raid this man, it was a while ago, and he ended his stream not too long after I raided into him. So I would say, if I act wisely and fastly, I might be able to right, excuse me, the sins of my past by not being able to raid him previously. So I'm going to raid this lad. He's playing a game called DRL. I'm going to guess it's probably pronounced Drill. Never heard of this one before. He plays a wide variety of games, much like myself. He is, much like Shank and Alias and a bunch of our stream buddies, primarily a Noita guy. Noita is how I first learned about Alien streams. But he does a wide variety of stuff. He's a partner streamer, very talented and very entertaining. And I appreciate the wide variety he hits us with. I think he's doing a... oh, I'm wrong. For some reason, I thought it was like a multiplayer thing, but no, I misread what was going on in his overlay. But anyway, we're gonna rate Ilion. Really cool dude. I think you'll like him if you've not seen him before. He's a really cool guy. Really like him a bunch. I think you'll like him too. Here's my socials page. I mentioned my Discord. Is where I mentioned my schedule. My schedule is posted to the Discord. I post that every week, usually Monday or Tuesday if I'm naughty. But usually I try to post the schedule at the beginning of every week for the streams. We do giveaways every so often. Those giveaways are also proctored through my Discord. So join the Discord. It's a good way to interact with myself and others inside the community. It's also a good way to keep up with our shenanigans and things we have planned. It's also a great way to see the stupid memes and dumb shit we post. But yeah, that's kind of the central hub for a lot of my activities. Also, that socials page has all my social media. It's got fucking Instagram and Blue Sky and Twitter and my OnlyFans where I show gaping pictures of my asshole. You know, the usual kind of stuff, obviously. And it also has the streams, the platforms that I stream to. So I do stream to TikTok and Facebook and YouTube, but as you can guess, Twitch is the main one. So I do recommend showing out there if you want to be closest to the action, closest to the other chatters, and to our closest to the source, as we say. I think said, for instance, right into Mr. Ilion. He is, I don't know how long it's going to be going. He like I said, there's been times where I try to raid into him, and then he ends his stream, and then I'm sad. So let's get him while the getting is good. I'll see you guys there. Thank you again to the homies. Thank you again to Alias and Shake and for those raids, as well as to Woo and Gamertech. Looking forward to more games with the homies this Sunday. Looking forward to more games this week. Not so much looking forward to more work shit because, you know, the Sunday scaries, right? Yesterday was a hell of a Sunday scary because after being on vacation, the last thing I want to do is get back into work stuff, but it's fine. It's fine. I don't hate myself or my job that much. Only a little bit of contempt for my current job and my existence, but it's fine. Anyway, you all have a great night. Thanks for hanging out with us, friends. I'm gonna hang out with Ilion. I'll see you guys there. Bye-bye.
I owed him up.
Definitely check it out. All the artwork has been custom made by me. So yeah. Oh my god, no! I was about to raid! No! It's so late! Super Hobbit! How are you doing, sir? How was your stream? Oh heck, yeah. I was about to end stream. Oh no, my cat is jumping on me. He wants me to go to bed. Sorry, my fucking keyboard keeps